Okay. Boy, there is a lot of stuff going on my screen right now. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome, welcome. What do you mean, what is that title? That's what we're doing today. It seems like everything on Streamlabs is broken again. Let me try and figure out why that is. Streamlabs is so weird. Like, it's good for some stuff, but I don't know. It seems pretty inconsistent at times. What drugs are you on? No drugs, just had an idea, said let's do it. It's inspired by Doug Doug. He did a version of this where Obama's hands controlled a character on Mario Party. And I was like, hey, that's a pretty funny idea. Let's see if we can implement that into Polytopia. You know what I'm saying? Doug Doug is a strange man, so yeah. Uh okay. Things are not working. Why? Very strange. What if I do want to go back to here? Yes. Oh, wait. Chat is working all of a sudden. Okay, apparently that fixed it. I don't know why. That shouldn't have fixed it. Maybe it just takes a while to connect, man. I don't know. Okay, I gotta set up a couple things. I need this window here. OBS needs to be like over here. And then I think this oh, wait, where's chat? I need chat up. You guys are important. Docs, chat. Yeah, okay, now it's working. And then I'll put that down here. That might work. Okay. Right. So here's what we're doing today. Yeah, I'll go ahead and explain what's going on. So I wrote a Python program. What the Python program is going to do is it's going to track this video of a speech from Barack Obama. And whenever he moves his hands, you'll see these little markers on his hand. Every time he moves his hand, there's a 1 in 20 chance that my turn is going to get skipped. So, yeah. Really quickly, I want to do a quick poll because there's two ways we can do this. I think I can do a poll on YouTube. Engage with your audience. Okay, start a poll. So we can either have it so that we can hear Obama's speech and it's audible, or we silence Obama and we just watch his hands. So do we want Obama to be audible? Also, I realize what we're doing here is we're playing a speech from a politician. Absolutely no politics in the chat, okay? I don't want to see anybody. We're not gonna do that, okay? Okay. Do we want Obama to be audible? And it's gonna be like pretty quiet if we do. Otherwise, we can just have it be silent and focus on the game itself. Okay, there should be a poll going. Do we want Obama to be audible? Yes or no? The virtual whiplash I got from this notification was crazy. Yeah, it's definitely, not something you do every day. Silencing Obama is hearsay. Okay, we will have Obama be audible during the game. Perfect. And the poll, okay. I'm gonna jump in a quick game with my mobile account here just to kind of show how this is gonna work. Let me add myself. Give me 1 second. Get the game open on my phone. Quick little demo of what's going on here, just so you guys have an idea of what this is gonna look like. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start the game. And then we will also start Obama's speech. And every time he moves his hands, there's going to be a 1 in 20. There you go. It just happened. My turn got skipped. So, that's what we're going to be doing today. Yeah, it should be interesting. All right, so we can just delete that game. Okay, so is Obama too loud for you guys? Ideally, he should be like pretty quiet so that you guys can like actually hear me. How is this? Is he too loud? Or is he like way too quiet? Or perfect? You can't hear. You can't hear Obama? Really? Okay. What if like, you can't hear him at all? He's silent. Really? Yeah, he is. No, guys, it's all good. Okay. Very funny. Why can you guys not hear Obama? I can try. Just have him talk in sign language. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure why that would be. Let me try maybe deleting the audio capture and re-adding it.
Of development rather than
How about now?
And we have made international institutions like the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund more representative.
You can.
While establishing a framework to protect our planet from the ravages of climate change.
Yeah, Obama in the chat.
This is important work.
Okay.
It has made a real difference.
Can you guys still hear him? I turned him down some.
And it could not have happened had we not worked together.
Good.
And yet, around the globe,
too loud, too quiet.
We are seeing the same forces
perfect.
Of global integration that have made us interdependent.
All right. I think that means still kind of loud. Okay, I'll lower it a little more. Ideally, he should be pretty quiet. You know what I mean?
We see it in the headlines every day.
All right.
Around the world,
His hands move like every 2 seconds. You're so screwed. He moves his hands a lot. Hopefully, we'll manage. I mean, I think we're ready to get started. So, let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna do a random multiplayer match. I mean, any small map, 2 players might live. That should be fine. Now, see, here's the tricky thing about this. As you all know, Polytopia is a game of planning and strategy. And when Obama keeps skipping my turns, it's going to be hard to plan out my turn pretty well. Yeah, I paused him right now, don't worry. Once we start the game, I'll unpause him. Somebody said to play Hoodrick. So I suppose I will try that. All right. We are going to go into the game, and we're going to have Obama talk. Okay. We're playing Polytopia. We need to play quickly, because the more time I spend thinking during my turn is more time that Obama could skip my turn. So, yeah. Okay, so far so good. I think we want hunting. I forgot to check our opponent's score. They're at 540. They could be a couple of things. You have to assume your next turn will be skipped. Look, Obama is ruthless, okay? He will just not hesitate to skip my turn if he thinks I'm playing badly.
And this is the paradox that defines
also, I'm not sure if we're going to get ads during the Obama speech. I'm not really sure what that's going to be like. We might get hijacked. Okay, my turn got skipped. Good thing we were done there. If that was next turn, I would have been able to get hunting and upgrade my capital. We have a ruin, and we also have a village here we can get. So, yeah. This will not go well in the long run. Yeah, see, the tricky thing is that, Obama, not Obama, my turns are going to get longer the longer the game goes on, which means there's just a higher chance that my turn will get skipped midway through it. Can't you get copyrighted? Most political speeches are copyright-free, I'm pretty sure. And, I mean, even if they... I mean, this is from PBS. If PBS wants to copyright claim me, I'll claim fair use, because this is transformative content. You know, we're doing something pretty cool here. Also, it keeps cutting to these different camera angles. The program isn't tracking any hands right now, so this is technically like a freebie for us, I guess. Okay, ruin. A star ruin. Okay, huge. We need forestry, I think. And then we'll capture. Oh, it tried to skip my turn, but the capture. Oh, it got me. Okay. Ouch. Well, I was gonna upgrade our second city, but yeah. Gully YT coming back with the most weird and unique content. I would literally just I got home from school one day, and I was like,
the integration of our global economy
hey, we can make this happen. Can I block the skips? I mean, yeah, technically I could just sit in my tech tree the whole time and think, but I'm not gonna do that because that's kind of lame and would defeat the point of the challenge. So, yeah.
That's unprecedented. And it's not an abstraction. It means children have enough to eat.
Okay, we need to upgrade this city now. And I might explore. I could have shaped the explorer. Yeah, okay, I got punished. I'm at college, not school. You know what I mean. Okay. We can upgrade this city. Get resources, and then maybe train a archer. I don't know. Archer good?
Experiencing a transformation of how human beings live on a scale that recalls the revolutions in agriculture and industry.
So how are you all doing today? Good Saturday?
Is more likely to be healthy, to live longer, and to have access to opportunity than at any time in human history. Moreover, the collapse of colonialism and communism has allowed more people than ever before to live
Obama.
freely
Yeah, very
to
true,
choose their
Justini.
leaders. Despite
Okay, there's our opponent.
the real and
Shoot the polytower hit. Maybe get okay, we get nothing because I hesitated.
the fact remains that the number of democracies around the world
Who decides if the turn gets skipped or not? So the code, whenever Obama moves his hands, it will pick a random number between 1 and 20, and if that number's 1, my turn gets skipped. Is basically how it works.
no matter their gender or race or religion or disability.
So
sexual
yeah.
orientation, and those who deny others
Okay,
dignity
can we
are
move
subject to
on
public
to
reproach.
the bill? Does this work? I can't really
An
think if
explosion
it
of
does
social
or
media
not.
has given ordinary people
I just gotta
moments to express
play.
themselves, and has raised
All right, our
expectations
turn's done.
for those of us in
Why is the
power.
FPS so low? Is the FPS low for you guys? Stream kind of laggy?
Indeed, our international order has been
Oh,
so successful
skip
that
frames
we
due
take it
to
as a given that
encoding
great powers
lag.
no longer fight world wars.
24%.
That the
Okay.
end of the Cold War
Yeah, that's not good. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain stream. Okay, give me 1 second. Are we back? Is the stream working? Okay. Obama killed the frames, I guess. He's too powerful. Obama's the most powerful entity of this universe. Yeah, true. I had it set so that my computer would automatically record while streaming, and I think that was just like a little too much for my computer to handle. So I disabled that. We'll see if things are okay now. Just
lifted the shadow of
resume
nuclear
Obama.
Armageddon.
I'll keep an eye on the bit
The
rate and stuff.
battlefields of
Technically,
Europe
we're
have been
still in this
replaced by
game.
peaceful union.
I think we just like got all of our turns
China
skipped though.
and India
But like,
remain on a path
well, he tried to skip my
remarkable
turn there. I was just fast enough that no dice.
I say all this not to whitewash the challenges
So
we
the
face,
only
or
way
to
it skips my
suggest
turn is that
complacency.
my computer basically just
Rather,
clicks
I
where the
believe
end
that
turn
we
button
need to
is.
acknowledge these
So
achievements in
sometimes
order
there's
to
like,
summon the
you know, I'll be like
confidence
moving
and
my
the
mouse and it'll go to
progress
hit the end turn button,
and
and it
make
just
sure that we do not
doesn't quite
abandon those very
happen. You know what I
things
mean?
that have delivered
It's
this
kind of hard to
progress.
explain.
In order to move forward, though,
I gotta
We
get
do
this
have to
back
acknowledge
open.
that the existing path to global integration requires a course correction.
If the stream starts lagging again, just like
'Cause too
tell me,
often
I
those
guess.
trumpeting
I think it
benefits
should
of
be good now, though.
globalization have ignored inequality within and
Chat,
among
could
nations.
Obama be working with Boris? Yeah.
Have ignored
Obama
the
might
enduring
be in
appeal of
cahoots
ethnic
with
and
Boris.
sectarian identities. Have left international institutions ill-equipped, underfunded, under-resourced in order to handle transnational challenges. And as these real
It is
problems have been
remarkable
neglected,
that we are in first place currently.
alternative visions of the world have pressed forward, both in the wealthiest countries and in the poorest. Religious fundamentalism,
Boris
politics
plus
of
Obama
ethnicity or
equals
tribe or
CIA.
sect, aggressive nationalism, a crude populism, sometimes from the
So
far left, but more
we
often from
can
the far right,
get a giant the next
who
turn.
seeks to restore what they
We
believe
can
was a
double
better,
giant,
simpler
actually.
age, free
What
of
if it hits the
outside
exit button? I
contamination.
have the code set up so that basically it checks the hex color of the pixel it's clicking on, and if that hex color is not white, then it won't
They're powerful.
click it.
They reflect dissatisfaction among
It
many of
works,
our
don't worry.
citizens.
We
I do not believe
giant
those visions
now.
can deliver security or prosperity over the long term.
There we go, and then I'm gonna sawmill here. This could be a good border
I do
growth,
believe
actually.
that these
Yeah, I
visions
think I
fail
want
to
border growth here.
recognize at a very
Take those
basic
tiles
level
from him.
our common humanity.
I'm out of stars, apparently.
Moreover, I believe that the acceleration of travel and
Wait, I still have the
technology and
monument.
telecommunications
I mean, I don't need the monument. Let's just chop a little bit. Yeah, this is fine. Double giant turn 9. Oh, I didn't even see his borders there. Okay. Like I said, we have to play quickly so that Obama doesn't skip our turn. I just joined, what is this? It's Barack Obama, but, you know, it's Polytopia and Obama, and funny. What language / framework for the code? I use, it's written in Python. MediaPipe does the hand tracking, and then, I don't remember what else off the top of my head. It just works, though. It just works.
This is not the place for a detailed policy.
Is this a late April Fool's joke? No, this is real. I thought it'd be a funny idea. Has our opponent quit playing? What happened?
It starts with making the global economy work better for all people and not just for those at the top.
So true, Obama. I've not even been listening to him. Okay.
Capitalism.
Move. I shouldn't have put my archer there, but that's fine. Let's just get vision with this guy. There's no units. Is this live from Obama? No, it's a recording from like 8 years ago. I'm gonna chop once and get an arch rider. I mean, it is so hard to like commentate and play Polytopia and listen to what Obama is saying. Yeah, so if you were here last stream, I did say I was gonna stream a different game like Elden Ring or Terraria, but then I got this code working and I was like, well, I wanna do something with Polytopia with this. What happens when the camera doesn't show Obama for a second? So yeah, if they like cut to a different camera angle, the program like this, it's not tracking any hands right now. So there's, well, actually it's tracking her hands, but basically if it's tracking no hands, there's not a chance for my turn to be skipped.
And meanwhile, global capital is too often unaccountable.
Elden Ring next time, maybe. This is my first time in one of your streams. Welcome, Ruby Might. Glad you're here. Enjoy your stay. Okay, well, they got kicked. We'll call that a warm-up, I guess.
A world in which 1% of humanity controls as...
My game crashed. What? I've never seen Polytopia crash before. That's wild. What the heck? Hang on. Okay. Obama crashed my game. Obama's too powerful, yeah. Do I have a favorite tribe? I've been taking a liking towards Omaji lately, just aesthetically. Obama's so strong it crashed Polytopia. I have no idea what happened. I have literally never seen Polytopia crash in my life, and I've been playing this game for like 7 years or whatever. That's insane. Okay, we're gonna get into another game, I guess. And I'll try Hoodrick again. This guy's 1700 elo? This guy nearly has 1800 elo. And you guys are gonna make me play Hoodrick into him, and Obama's gonna skip my turns. Oh, it's gonna be a disaster.
As much wealth as the other 99% will never be stable.
All right, here we go.
I understand that the gaps between rich and poor are not new.
He's at 625. I don't know what he's playing.
Today can see the skyscraper nearby.
Polytopia, but Obama is trying to crash your game. Yeah, true. He pulled it off.
Privileged among us live, and the contrast between their own lives and others. Expectations rise then, faster than governments can deliver.
Oh, he's playing Symanti? Oh, he got a lighthouse spawn. That's how he had 625. Also, I didn't get to move my warrior because Obama skipped my turn. Bro, what is this title? What's confusing about you guys? It's Polytopia, but Obama is trying to skip my turns. That's all there is to it. Okay, village.
an over-reliance on natural resources
Let's see if
instead of
Boris is hiding
innovation.
here somewhere. Yeah, he could
These
be around
approaches
here.
will make us poor collectively, and they are more likely
Okay,
to
no time
produce
for
conflict.
drinking V8. I need to play. I need
And the
hunting,
stark contrast between, say,
upgrade,
the success of the Republic of
workshop.
Korea and the wasteland of North Korea shows that central planned control of the economy is a dead end.
This city has one
But I
forest.
do believe there's another path, one that fuels growth and innovation and offers
What clip is this? The
clearest road
Obama
to
speech?
individual opportunity
This
and
is
national success.
one of his
It
speeches
does
to the
not
UN.
require succumbing to a
Doug
soulless
stream.
capitalism
Yeah, this was inspired by Doug.
that benefits only the few.
He's a
But rather
incredible content
recognizes
creator.
that economies are more
I think I
successful when
delay
they
the
close
capture
gap
for
between rich
forestry.
and poor. And growth is broadly based.
I don't want the tech price to go up.
And that means
Also, I really love the latest video. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I do want feedback on that video from you guys, because that's going to be more like what my videos look like from now on, ideally. Star Ruin. Obama tried to skip my turn as well, but the pop-up was on my screen, so L Obama. Get good.
It means strengthening the safety
Math
net
Rush, I
that
think.
protects our people from hardship and allows them to take more risks.
Okay.
To look for a new job.
This
or
is
start a new venture.
fine.
These are the policies that I've pursued here in the United States.
The title
And with
misses
clear
how
results.
Obama is skipping your turns.
American businesses
What
are
is the
created
stream
now.
title? Polytopia, but Obama's trying to skip my turns. Yeah, that's fine.
15 million new jobs. After the recession, the top 1% of Americans.
Will you be
captured
releasing
more
another
than
vid with
90%
Polytopia mods?
of
Yeah,
income
I got an
growth.
idea.
But today that's down to
Love
about
your
half.
wallpaper? Like behind me?
Last year,
It's
poverty in
blue,
this
yeah.
country fell at the fastest
Pretty
rate in
cool.
nearly 50 years. And with further investment in infrastructure and early childhood education and basic research, I'm confident.
Alright,
that
seems like
such
you all like the
progress
new
will
video.
continue.
Where's our opponent? I'm a little
So
concerned.
just as I've pursued
Like,
these
I could
measures
go
here
for-
at home, so has
Alright,
the United
I didn't get
States
to do
worked with
anything.
many nations to curb the excesses of capitalism.
Oh,
Not to punish
no.
wealth, but to prevent
On my computer? How can you see the
crises
wallpaper
that
on
can
my
destroy it.
computer?
That's why we've worked with other nations to create higher and clear standards for banking and taxation.
Which video, Gully?
Because
The one...
A
The Venger one I
society that
just did.
asks less
That one.
oligarchs than ordinary citizens will rot from within. That's why we've pushed for
Popped up for like a
transparency,
second. Oh,
cooperation,
okay.
and rooting out corruption and tracking illicit dollars.
Okay, I need to actually play the game.
Because
Where's our
markets
opponent?
create no
I'm
jobs for people
Obama!
who
Stop skipping my turn!
extorted bribe.
Guys,
That's why
1 in
we've worked
20
to
might
reach
be
trade
too much.
agreements that raise labor standards and raise environmental standards, as we've done with specific partnerships, so that
yeah,
the
1 in 20 might
benefits
be a little too much
are more
for the
broadly
turn skipping.
shared.
That or I need to just play better. Will you stream games you haven't played yet? Yeah, I want to do some blind playthroughs of some stuff. I don't know of what yet, but Obama has a Symanti Siru bug. Okay, there's our opponent. I need to giant on this turn. Can I get a giant? No, I'm one off, aren't I? I need border growth? Oh, no.
I do not believe this is charity.
I love how the post doesn't explain anything. Yeah, that was kind of the goal with it. Symanti's scared of Obama. I think Obama's working with Symanti. I don't know. Okay, we need to sawmill. I think I need border growth here.
It's not just the right thing
And
to do, it's the
then,
smart
come
thing
on, let me play, let me play.
And that's why we need to follow through on our
Huts,
efforts to combat
giant.
climate change.
Obama tried to skip my turn again, but my city was upgrading.
If we don't act
And then we
boldly
chop that.
and build the
Metro
capability,
Monument, I guess we hold on to it.
will be mass migrations and cities submerged and nations displaced and food supplies decimated and conflicts.
Can
born of
President
despair.
Obama do 3 turns? Like, let him play the game?
Paris
I don't know
Agreement gives us a
how I
framework
would
to act, but only if we
do
scale up our
that.
ambition, and there must be a sense of urgency about bringing
I do want to do other
forces
stuff with
and
Obama.
helping
Like, I think it would be funny
poorer countries
of,
live
I think it'd be funny
destructive
to,
forms of energy.
like, do Elden Ring.
So for the wealthiest
but
countries, a
Barack
green climate
Obama
fund
dodge
should
rolls for
only
me
be
by
done
moving
yet.
his hands.
We need to invest in research and
Uh,
market incentives to develop new
Or I even
technologies
have
and
some
then make
ideas
these
with, like,
technologies
Overwatch.
accessible
Like, anytime he
and
moves his
affordable
hands,
for poor
there's, like, a
countries.
1 in 20, or it basically spins a
Only then
wheel.
can we continue
and that wheel has things like Obama reloads for you, or Obama flicks your mouse 90 degrees to the right. Obama plays Pokemon. That could be kind of cool. Okay, Zedric Cole, thank you for the $2. Mindbender. I can't get Mindbenders, man. It's a little far off. Zedric is back. Cool idea would be to use an AI chatbot to coach you through the game. That would be kind of interesting. I think we're screwed, by the way. I'll go for, I'll save up for philosophy. How about that? Okay, I didn't even get to train a warrior. Did you write the code? I wrote the code, which is to say I copied a YouTube tutorial and then used ChatGPT and my knowledge for the rest. But yeah, Meteor Pipe is what's capturing the input, and then I'm using PyAuto GUI to hit the end turn button. See ya, Darthan. Have a good one. Obama's the focus of the stream. Polytopia is the background entertainment. Let's be very clear here. I'm the main character, okay? Not Obama. I don't, okay, we'll take philosophy. How about that? Will not just wash across the globe in a single wave. It turns out building accountable institutions is hard work. The work of generations. The gains are often fragile. Sometimes we take one step forward and then 2 steps back. You're so true, Obama. In countries held together by borders drawn by colonial powers, with ethnic enclaves and tribal... From now on, Obama runs this channel. Politics and Obama gaming. Elections can sometimes... Why Obama? I don't know. I just picked Obama. And so, given the I didn't want to do Trump or Biden. That's a little too on the nose with the whole no politics thing. At least Obama's like, you know, he's been kind of out of the public eye for a little bit. Strong democratic institutions. But I believe this thinking is wrong. Okay, my giant's dead. I believe the road of true democracy remains the better path. That was the same tech stack as I used in my university final project. What was your final project? Sounds pretty cool. I can train one Mindbender. Because entrepreneurs need to access information in order to invent. It's dead. Young people need a global education in order to thrive. Independent media needs to check the abuse. I would resign, but I kind of want to see if my game crashes again. Because that was just fascinating me. Ultimately, expectations. The giant just gone. This is winnable. And stagnation will set in. And no. History shows that strong men are then left with 2 paths. Yes, I also use a similar tech stack of Python plus ChatGPT. Every good computer science student. Can lead to war. I love your videos, Goalie. Thank you. Appreciate it. I will admit my belief that governments serve the individual and not the other way around is shaped by America's story. You're so right, Obama. Our nation began with a promise of freedom that applied only to the few, but because of our democratic constitution, because of our Bill of Rights, you've been wiped out. Because of our ideals. All right. That didn't go very well. Yeah. I mean, it might have been winnable if I had maybe played my turns the quickest or quicker, you know? But alas, I was too focused on what Obama was saying, so. Okay, let's try another match. Any small, that's fine. 1 in 100? Yeah, I might need to make it a little less likely. Favorite tribe in terms of lore. I really don't know the lore of this game that much, I gotta be honest. 196 lakes. Okay. I think I'm gonna play... How's Zabasi sound? Zabasi on 196 lakes? Seems quite balanced. Should have used Teddy Roosevelt instead. Yeah, I guess. All right, we will wait for a game here. One in 30 or 1 in 40 could work. Yeah. Let's try it on 1 in 20, like 2 or 3 more times and see how that goes. Road Mafia Urkaz, goated lore. Yeah, honestly, true. The Road Mafia is pretty cool for tribe lore. Final Project dealt with eye tracking mainly. It was used more for mental health conditions. Depending on how somebody was moving their eyes and their test results, it would log the stuff. Fascinating. Are you playing with Barack Obama? Kinda. All right, we have an opponent. Okay, open the game. Resume Obama.
Ordinary people were able to organize and march and protest.
They have
And
520, so they're
ultimately,
Omaji.
those ideals won out.
What games are you planning to play blind? I'm not really sure
Open
yet. I don't
doors
really
for
have.
women.
Okay, I guess we're
Open
skipping
doors
our turn
for
0.
workers in ways
Well, I don't
that
have any plans
made
for
our economy more productive
blind playthroughs yet.
and turned our
I did see
diversity
that there
into a
was a
strength.
new Calamity spin-off for Terraria called Calamity Fables. I don't really know anything about it, but it looks. I saw the trailer and
That
it
made
looks
it
pretty
possible
cool.
for someone like me
So
to
maybe
be
that at
elected
some
President of
point.
the United States.
I have no clue what you people are talking about. I haven't bought a single tribe. Only use Imperius
So
because the Romans were
yes,
pretty cool and have played a
my
single
views are
multiplayer game in
shaped
my
by the
life.
specific
Well, don't worry, you'll
experiences
catch
of
up pretty
America,
fast
but
here.
I do not think
Have you
this
played any other
story is
FromSoft
unique to
games?
America.
I have not, but I want to play Night Rain
Look at
whenever
the
that comes
transformation
out.
that's taken place in countries
I'm
as
gonna go for the
different as
Lighthouse, I
Japan and
think.
Chile, Indonesia.
Hey, Rainbow
Botswana.
Shine, how are you? Yo, are we being
countries
sabotaged
that
by
have
Botswana
succeeded
right now? What's going on?
Are ones in which
Okay,
people
Botswana's gone. We're
feel
okay.
they have a stake.
Why do you use that tribe? What, Zabasi? Eh,
In Europe,
it felt like
the
they're fun to
progress
play.
of those countries in the former
I
Soviet
played like
bloc
5
that
games, but
embraced
watched like all of
democracy
Goli's
stand in
videos.
clear contrast to
Based.
those that did not.
Bloodborne is so good. Yeah, I saw a play. I watched
After all, the
RT
people of
gameplay
Ukraine did
Bloodborne,
not
and it looked
take
like
to
a
the
really
streets
good
because
game.
of some plot imposed
Play
from
Rainworld
abroad.
blind. It's
They took
incredible
to
if you
the
have the
streets
patience
because
for
their
it.
leadership
Okay.
was for sale, and they had no recourse.
I will write it down.
They demanded change because they saw life get better for people in the Baltics and in Poland, societies that were more liberal and democratic and open than their own.
Rain World. Calamity Fables was created by former devs of the official Calamity mod. It's got some cool added features
So
and
those of us
reworks
who
to
believe
boss
in
and stuff.
democracy,
Yeah, it seems like it should be pretty neat.
we need to speak out forcefully.
Let's go here
Because
and Warrior
both the
North.
facts
That's fine.
and history, I believe, are on
Make
our
it so
side.
Obama buys a random tech. Then I'd
It
have to
doesn't
like
mean democracies are
check though.
without
Like if he wanted to
flaws.
buy Aquatism, he'd have to
It
make
does
sure I have
mean
ramming first. I
that
could
the
maybe
cure
do
for
it
what ails our democracies
just by
is
checking the
greater
hex
engagement
colors
by our
of the
citizens,
tech
not
tree, and
less.
we could determine what tech I have based on that. Terraria stream would be goaded.
Yes,
Yeah,
in America,
definitely
there is
we'll
too
do a
much money
Terraria
and
stream at some
politics.
point.
Too much entrenched partisanship. Too little
Collab
participation
idea:
by citizens.
Goalie and Obama
In part
versus
because
John McCain and
patchwork
Republican
laws
challenger Mitt Romney.
makes it harder to
Like we're all playing Polytopia.
In Europe,
I think that could be pretty goated.
often became too isolated from
We get John
the
McCain in here, get Mitt
normal push
Romney,
and pull of national
maybe
politics.
crack open a couple beers and play some Polytopia.
Too often in capitals, decision makers
Why'd
have
you name
forgotten
yourself
that
Goalie?
democracy
It's
needs
named
to be
after the
driven by
Gulbranson
civic
Piano
engagement from the
Company.
bottom up, not
Fun fact.
governance by experts from the top down.
Okay,
And so these are real
do
problems.
I take
And as leaders of
org
democratic
or hunting?
governments
I'll
make
take
the case for
hunting maybe.
democracy abroad,
I
we better
don't really have
strive
time to think if
harder
hunting
to
is
set a better
optimal.
example at home.
I want to explore, I guess. Wow, I love how it just skirted
Moreover,
around
every
the
country
Imperious
will organize
Forest.
its government informed by
Okay,
centuries
well,
of history
we at
and
least
the
found their
circumstances of
capital.
geography and the deeply held beliefs
Why
of
did I
its people.
take hunting? I really
I
don't
recognize
know.
that traditional society may value unity and cohesion.
I just downloaded it, but only a few tribes are
A diverse
available.
country like Vermont, which was founded
Yeah,
upon
so
what at
you
the
get 4
time
tribes for
was a
free.
radical idea.
There
The
are
idea
a
of the
couple
liberty of individual
human
beings,
tribes that are each like 99 cents, except for
endowed with certain
Luxador.
God-given rights.
And then there are the special tribes, which are
But that does not
$1.99
mean that
each.
ordinary people in Asia
But yeah, you need to
or
buy a tribe if you
Africa
want to play multiplayer.
or the Middle
You can also
East
buy the game on Steam, and that comes with
somehow
all the normal tribes.
prefer
Okay,
arbitrary
Obama
rule that
skipped my
denies
turn.
them a voice in the decisions that can shape their lives.
Is Polytopia free on Steam? I don't know how much it
I
is off
believe
the
that
top of my
spirit is
head, but it's not
universal.
free. I think it's like
And if any of you
$15,
doubt
maybe
the
20.
universality of that desire,
I found
listen to the
10.
voices of young people
What
everywhere
currency is that? I feel
who call out
stupid.
for freedom and dignity
But you found 10 in your pocket. Should use
and
it
the
to buy
opportunity
Polytopia.
to
I mean,
control
if you want
their own lives.
Polytopia, yeah, I mean, it's a great game. Um,
This leads me to the third thing we need to do.
do I want forestry? I think I
We must reject
do.
any forms of fundamentalism
And get another warrior, maybe.
or
I should get one here,
racism
too. How does this work exactly? Okay, so if you see on the bottom right of your screen, you'll see Obama moving his hands.
belief in ethnic
There are markers
superiority
on his
that makes
hands. My
our
code will check
traditional
when his hands
identities
move and
irreconcilable
determine
with
each
modernity.
half second if Obama has moved his hands. And if he
Instead, we need to
has,
embrace
there's then a
tolerance
1
that
in 20
results from
chance
respect of all human
that
beings.
my code will click the end turn button on Polytopia, thus skipping my
It's a
turn.
truism that global integration
Archery?
has led to
Yeah, I
freedom
think
of
archery looks good here, too, actually.
trade, migration, the internet, all these things can challenge and
But I'd like to
unsettle our
eco a
most
little bit as well.
cherished identities. We see liberal societies express opposition when women choose to
On the
cover
bottom right
themselves.
of the screen is chat, not
We
Barack
see
Obama.
protesters
What?
responding to Western newspaper cartoons that caricature the Prophet Muhammad.
Of the video you're watching.
In a world that left the age of empire behind, we see Russia.
How to use mod on mobile? It's not a
attempting to
mod.
recover lost glory.
Or are you talking mods in general? Mods aren't available on mobile yet. It won't count in
Asian
between
powers
turns.
advance
Yeah, it's
the
whenever
flames
it's not my
of
turn,
history.
it's not going to click like the exit button.
And in Europe and the United States, you see
Oh, I have
people
forestry, right.
wrestle with concerns about immigration and changing demographics.
Upgrade that,
and
resources.
suggesting that somehow people who look different
I think we save
are
for
corrupting the character of our
archery.
countries. Now, there's no easy answer for resolving all these
Yes.
social forces.
Maybe.
And we must respect the meaning that people draw from their own traditions, from their religion, from their ethnicity,
Have a good one, Dylan.
from their sense of nationhood. But I do not believe progress is possible if our desire to preserve our identities gives way to an impulse to dehumanize or dominate another group.
So, this guy's got border growth.
If our religion
It
leads
is
us to persecute
capital.
those of another faith, if we
So he could be
jail,
gining
beat
there
people
soon.
who are
I
gay,
almost am considering getting on the water.
our traditions
just
lead
'cause
us
this
to
seems like a
prevent
pretty
girls
important
from
lake
going
here.
to school, if we
How often
discriminate
do you
on
attempt to get the
basis
1 in
of
20
race or
chance?
tribe or ethnicity,
It's just whenever he
the
moves his
fragile
hands. So,
bonds
like,
of
you can
civilization
see on
won't
screen, Obama's giving a speech. Why is Obama here again? I don't know. I just
The
picked
world
Obama.
is too
If
small.
Obama
We are
moves his
too
hands,
packed
my
together
code will detect that he's moved his
for us to be
hands,
able to
and it
resort
will then
to those
generate a
commonplace
random number
thinking.
between 1 and 20. And if that number is 1, my
We
turn
see
will be
this
skipped.
mindset
That's
in too
how
many
it
parts
works.
of the Middle East.
Check for ruins. Yeah.
There, so much of the
I need to
collapse
get
in
this guy
order has been
schmovin'.
fueled because leaders sought legitimacy not because of policies or programs, but by resorting to
Okay.
persecuting political opposition or demonizing
Let's
other
grab
religious sects,
archery
by narrowing the public space to
and advance.
the mosque, where in too many places perversions of,
Do I want one here? Is he like expanding down here? That might not be a bad call.
and these forces built up for years and are now at work helping to fuel both Syria's tragic
How many
civil war
slips so
and the
far? Like,
mindless
how many
medieval
turns have I
menace of
gotten
ISIL.
skipped? Many.
The mindset of sectarianism and
Border growth
extremism
greater than pop
and
growth.
bloodletting and retribution
Not all the time. I'd say
that has
more
been
often
taking
pop
place
growth
will not
probably
be
better.
quickly reversed.
You gotta think, with pop growth, that's
And if we are honest, we understand that no
like
external power
essentially
is
6
going to be
stars
able
for
to
free
force
if you're
different religious
making the
communities or ethnic
equivalent, like
communities to
hunting
coexist
3
for long.
animals. I mean, border
But I
growth
do
is good if
believe
you
we
could
have to
like
be
get more
honest
giants,
about the nature of these conflicts.
but
And our international community must continue to work with those who seek to build rather than to destroy.
border growth's
And there
good
is
if
a
you
military
if you want to like
component to
control
that. It means
tiles
being united
and like
and
prevent your opponent
relentless
from
in
using roads
destroying
and stuff.
networks like ISIL, which show
It definitely has
no
its
respect
uses,
for
but I
human
think it's
life.
more niche than pop growth.
But it also means
Makes
that
my
in
village
a
borders
place like
connected, which
Syria,
looks
where
nice.
there is
Okay, you got me
no
there.
ultimate military victory to be won. We're going to have to pursue the hard work of diplomacy that aims to stop the violence.
Yo, are we being
Deliver aid to those in need.
sabotaged by the Syrian
Support
Arab
those who
Republic right
pursue
now?
a political
That was
settlement
crazy.
And can see those who are not like themselves as worthy
They ran out of time?
of dignity and respect.
Wild. We want to sit on our forest here, get those defense
We
bonuses.
have to insist that all parties
Capture
recognize
and
a common
Explorer, I think.
humanity, and that nations end
Boris? No,
proxy
there's
wars
no
that fuel
Boris this
disorder.
game, don't worry. Oh, he's on the water.
Because until basic questions are answered about how communities
Ooh, okay.
coexist, the embers of extremism will continue to burn.
Let's maybe get one more
Countless
archer.
human beings will suffer, most of all in that region.
Let me get a warrior here in case we go fishing. Import him next
But
turn.
extremism will continue to be
My
exported
turn hasn't been skipped in a
overseas.
while.
And the world is too small for us to simply be able to build a wall and prevent it from affecting our own
Code's running.
societies. And what is true in the Middle East is true for all of us. Surely religious traditions can be honored and upheld while teaching young people science and math rather than intolerance. Surely we can sustain our unique traditions while giving women their full and rightful role in the politics and economics of the
Obama's hands are tied.
Surely we can rally our nations to solidarity while recognizing equal treatment for all.
Okay,
communities,
I'm not
whether it's a
feeling
religious
too
minority
bad
in
about this
Myanmar
game, because our opponent just
or an ethnic
has
minority
riders
in
right now,
Burundi,
and we have archery.
or a racial
So-
minority right here in the United States.
What is the stream title? Don't worry about it, man.
And
It's
surely
just
Israelis
Obama.
and Palestinians will be better off
Okay,
if
this
Palestinians
guy's going in
reject
with
incitement
riders.
and recognize
Out of
the
time.
legitimacy
Love to see it.
of Israel.
Go ahead and get some.
Israel recognizes that
some
it
kills
cannot
here.
permanently occupy and settle Palestinian land.
Gotta hurry though. I could get a wall here. I think I just take resources. Fishing,
all
8
have to do
stars.
better.
We'll hold off for now.
As leaders,
Get onto that
tamping
ruin. Whoever
down
said to go
rather
look for
than
ruins?
encouraging
PogChamp. I
the
could push
notion
this
of
warrior
identity that
and just
leads
say, hey,
us
come attack
to
into me,
diminish
you know?
others.
Oh, he resigned.
And this leads
We beat Obama. Obama's throwing a lot of hands right now. Get this out of here. Okay, let's keep going. Challenge complete? Yeah, I don't know. Here, let me maybe I could stop the code and update the Oh, this might break everything. Okay, hang on. Control C. Obama's gonna disappear. What if instead of like a 1 in 20, we did like a 1 in 1 in 10? I don't know. Okay, let me start the code again. And we need to bring back Obama. Okay, there he is. 1 in 10, very reasonable. I'm not doing 1 in 1. You guys are crazy. Let's make sure this still works. Can you guys still hear Obama?
We need to do, and that is sustain our commitment to international cooperation rooted in the rights and responsibilities of nations. As President of the United States, I know
Yes.
that for most of human
Alright, cool.
history, power has
Okay. We will go hard mode then. Oh, I need to update the OBS text, don't I? This is now 1 in 10. And then I guess if we do this, we'll go 1 in 5? I don't know.
not been
Actually, stop Obama. We gotta get into a game first. Another 196 likes map. First tribe name I see in quotation marks. I will play. Every time you siege a capital, you have to skip the next turn. Well, I can do every time I see just city, I have to skip the next turn. That'd be cool. Aquarion. I don't know how to play Aquarion. Boris is not a tribe. We can't play Boris. $1,400 elo. Nothing to scoff at. He's in the new update. Okay, I gotta update my game to get the Boris tribe. Alright, start Obama. He's playing Samanti. We're playing Aquarion. I have no idea how new Aquarion works. Double mermaid, sure. I notice I have like no resources around here. What was their elo? Around 1450, I think.
And perhaps too many in Washington believe that as well.
Boris tribe has a Boris on every tile. That'd be broken. Get an ecotech. We usually want to get amphibians. Don't train too many warriors. Okay. Gotcha.
Think beyond narrow self-interest.
There's a village. Might have another one over here.
Last 25 years, I've acknowledged some.
Wouldn't it be easy cheating if you just think you turn in the tech page? It would, which is why I'm not doing it.
Align better our actions with our ideals. And as a consequence, I believe we have been a force for good. We have secured allies. We've acted to protect the vulnerable. We've supported human rights and welcomed scrutiny of our own actions. We've bound our power to international laws and institutions.
Okay,
Made mistakes,
I guess I can,
them.
well, I was going to say I can think during my turn and just use the turn timer, but he skipped our turns, so. What tech do we get? Do we get hunting? I guess we move on to the city and then we decide. Oh.
Do this alone.
Oh, that sucks.
And I believe that if we're to meet
just take
challenges
hunting.
of this century, we are all going to have to do more to build up.
Okay, upgrade, workshop.
We cannot
End our
escape
turn.
the prospect of nuclear war
So
unless
now
all
we
commit to
think
stopping the spread of nuclear
amphibians.
weapons and pursuing a world without them.
I'm not getting mind benders.
When Iran agrees
Will there be normal videos
to
with no
accept
streams in the future?
constraints on its
Yeah,
nuclear program, that enhances
probably.
global security
I do like
and
this
enhances
format
Iran's
where I
ability
record a stream
to work with other nations.
and then edit the
On the other
stream
hand,
into
when
a
North
video
Korea
and
tests a
upload that.
bomb, that
Because
means
this
they
feels like
involve
much
us.
more
Any
interactive with you
country
guys,
that
which I
breaks
like.
this basic bargain must
And then I
face
also think that
consequences.
like the ideas that come from me streaming are much better than
Those nations
what I do while
with these
recording.
weapons, like the United States, have
And we
a
can also
unique
like bounce off of each other,
responsibility
you
to
know?
pursue the
Like the
path
whole
of
Boris
reducing
joke,
our
that was
stockpiles
super funny from last stream.
and reaffirming
But I
basic
need to play
norms
here. I
like the
can't spend too
commitment
much time thinking.
to
I want
never
one more
test them
warrior.
again.
I'm gonna delay capture of
We
that
can't
city.
combat a disease like Zika that recognizes
Although
no
I guess if
borders.
I'm getting a tier 1 tech, it
Mosquitoes don't
doesn't really
respect
matter if
laws.
I'm delaying capture or not. Will this become a video?
Unless we make
Probably.
permanent the same urgency that we brought to bear against Ebola.
Basically recyclable
By
content.
strengthening our
No,
own systems of
I
public
think we
health,
add a lot during
by
editing.
investing in cures and rolling back the root causes of disease.
Oh,
and
boosted
helping
hexapod. Okay,
poorer
yeah.
countries develop a public health infrastructure.
Dude,
We
all
can
I'm
only
saying
eliminate
is
extreme
that
poverty if the sustainable development goals
Obama
we have set are
and
more than words
Samanti,
on paper.
I've never seen the two of them in the same room together.
Human ingenuity now gives us the capacity to feed the hungry.
Dude,
and give
what
all
is
of our children,
this?
including our girls, the education that is the foundation for opportunity in our world.
Okay, he didn't have vision on my capital.
But we have to
This
put
is
our
lost,
money
though.
where our mouths are. And we can only realize the promise of this
Okay,
institution
Obama skipped my
founded
turn. Okay, yeah, that's
to replace the
resign.
ravages of
Obama hated the idea of me playing Aquarion. Sorry to whoever suggested Aquarion. Cud Flurry just wasn't in the cards, man. Samanti's a huge friend of Obama's. Mindbenders would have won the game. I'm not sure about that. Might need to nerf his chances. Well, look, we beat 1 in 20, so it, it only makes sense to double it to 1 in 10, Okay, let's try again. I kind of want to play more Zabasi. It was a ton of fun. Okay. First tribe name I see in parentheses. I will pick. Not playing Boris. Polaris. Okay. Yo, why is Obama looking at me like that? It's 196 lakes. I don't think that's exactly like prime Polaris territory, but we'll see if we can make do. All right, open the game, resume Obama. Just playing Samanti. They need to buff Samanti. They need to not do that, actually. Okay, I need to not think. Yep, because now I don't get my second warrior. That's fine. Obama has struck early this time. Oh, man. I don't have any time to do anything.
Not giving up our ability to protect ourselves or pursue our core interests, but binding ourselves to international
Everybody does
rules
play Samanti. It's kind of annoying. You just want to
long-term
play a random
enhances our
multiplayer match.
security.
Holy animals.
And I think that's not
I
just
didn't
true
need
for
hunting
us.
this turn, but I took it. I guess if I have the opportunity to take it, I should, because I don't want to like try and do too much on one turn, or else there's just a higher chance that my turn's going to get skipped before I do everything I want to do. I kind of have to like change the way I think of this game.
And make its borders less secure.
We're going to upgrade this city and take Workshop because it has 3 more animals we can grab. Obama tried to skip my turn. He's trying, but I'm in the menus of the text and stuff, so he didn't get it off. Did Obama really hate the idea of that much, of me like upgrading that city again?
We are all stakeholders in this international system, and it calls upon all of us to invest in the success of institutions
Buff Obama.
to which we belong. And the good news is that many nations have shown what kind of progress is possible when we make those commitments. Consider
Upgrade resources. I have not enough stars. Okay, silly me. And those are mountains. All right.
Together we mobilize
cool.
50,000 additional troops for UN peace.
Gotta hop off, goalie. I'll be back later. Peace out, Siege Cole. Have a good one.
Better prepared to deal with emergencies.
I don't know why I thought I had 6 stars. So we missed out on a workshop, and our warrior has stumbled into the Himalayas. Obama led him straight to him.
Together, now, we have to open our hearts and do more to help.
You can get more chance of not skipping if you turn on info on build. That's true, actually. That's kind of an interesting idea.
We should all welcome
do I want to...
Let's
do this.
That have been made at this
Resources and workshop.
I'll be discussing that more this afternoon.
And then I'm just going to keep our warrior there, and we'll take climbing next turn, I guess. I could get another Mooney. No.
Because in the eyes of innocent men and women and children who, through no fault of their own, have had to flee everything that they know, everything that they love, we have to have the empathy to see ourselves. We have to imagine what it would be like for our family, for our children, if the unspeakable happened to us.
What are you talking about, Obama?
And we should all understand that ultimately our world will be more secure if we are prepared to help those in need and the nations who are carrying
Buff goalie. Yeah, I need it.
With respect to...
Well, I mean, we did go on the training arc, so, like, I'm feeling a little better now, but I don't know. Climbing, we have to. Oh, okay. That's cool. Whatever, man.
But many nations,
Stupid.
those blessed with wealth,
Let's just end our turn.
and the benefits of geography,
Is Wheel Thing a setting or just something on PC? It's a PC thing. Training Arc 2.0, maybe.
They also insist that refugees
I don't want any
who come
spoilers,
to our
but
countries
me and
have to do
Justini
more
might
than
have
adopt
something
the
coming up at
customs
some
and
point.
conventions of the communities that are now providing them a home.
Yeah, I guess water's good for Polaris. But
Let me conclude by saying
I just haven't played
I
Polaris in so
recognize
long. I don't
our
really know.
street tells a
I
different
don't remember
story
how
than the
to.
one that I've talked about here today. There's a much darker and more cynical view of history that we can adopt. Human beings are too often motivated by greed and by power. Big countries, for most of history, have pushed smaller ones around.
My turn got
Tribes and ethnic
immediately skipped.
groups and nation states have very often found it
Oh,
most
okay.
convenient to define themselves by what they hate,
Maybe
those ideas that bind them together.
maybe we got to make amends with Obama.
Time and again,
Let me try
human
talking
beings
to him.
have believed that they finally arrived at a period of enlightenment,
Okay, look,
only
Obama.
to repeat then
I know we got
cycles of
off on the wrong
conflict
foot
and
here,
suffering.
but I'm hoping that maybe, you know, we can work together in order to win these Polytopia games. You know what I'm saying?
Perhaps that's our fate.
That is our fate. I mean, we can take
We
math.
have to remember that the choices of individual human beings
Goalie's opponents
led
must be
to
so confused. Yeah,
repeated world wars.
we can upgrade this city. I might take an
But we
explorer
also
here.
have to
It
remember
might hit
that
water is the
choices
only
of
thing.
individual human beings
We're
created
on
the United
lakes, right?
Nations,
It shouldn't.
so that a war like that would never
Or it's just
happen
going to go into the corner. Okay. Yeah, it literally took
Each of
the
us
most optimal route to not do
as
anything.
leaders,
That is remarkable.
each nation can choose to reject those who
I mean, it got me a
appeal to our worst
lighthouse.
impulses,
Oh, boosted warrior. If only that explorer met our opponent, and I could have maybe done something.
for we have shown that we can choose.
Buff goalie's wallpaper. Can you guys see my wallpaper right now? I'm looking on OBS. You guys
Sitting in a prison cell,
shouldn't
a
be
young
able to see
Martin
my
Luther King Jr.
wallpaper.
wrote that human progress never
What do you think is the best
rolls on
tech?
the wheels
Roads.
of inevitability.
Although now that roads are 3
It
stars,
comes through
I
the
still think it's pretty good.
tireless efforts of men willing to be co-workers with God.
Well, we can freeze the boosted
And during
warrior.
the course of these 8 years, as I've traveled to many of your nations,
Nice wall. Thank you.
I have
It's
seen
blue.
that spirit in our young people. Who are
I guess
more
we freeze, and then
educated
warrior
and
goes
more
for the
tolerant
ruin, and
and
we train a
more
warrior for the
inclusive
ruin, and then
and
we
more
capture
diverse
this. We have math,
more
so we
creative
go for some upgrades. Can we get a giant?
our
1, 2,
generation.
3, 4, 5. We can if I chop this.
who are more
Actually, I can just put the
empathetic
sawmill here.
and
That's fine.
compassionate towards their fellow human
Goalie
beings.
Explorer is always the most entertaining thing that
than
happens.
previous
I don't
generations.
get how my explorers are always
And
so
yes, some of that
remarkably
comes with the idealism of
bad.
youth,
Like,
but
I
it also
try and
comes
shape
with young
them,
people's access to
and they
information
just
about
do
other
the
people and
exact
places.
opposite of what I want them to do. It is
An
incredible.
understanding unique in human
But
history
part of the
that
game is what it
future
is.
is bound with the fates of other human beings on the other side of the world. I think of the thousands of healthcare
Okay, guys,
workers
what's the
from
joke for
around
this
the
stream?
world who are
I don't know.
fight Ebola.
Obama?
I remember the young entrepreneurs I met who are now starting new businesses in Cuba. The parliamentarians who used
we
to
looking
be
at?
just a few years ago political prisoners in Myanmar.
Myanmar.
I think of the girls who have braved taunts or violence.
You need to use
just
reverse
to go to
psychology to get
school
your explorers to
in
work.
Afghanistan.
Yeah, I need to shape them
And
towards the
university
corners, and so they won't
students
go there.
who started programs online to reject the extreme
This guy's taking a long time for his turn.
like ISIL. I draw strength from the young Americans, entrepreneurs, activists, soldiers, new citizens who are remaking our nation once again. Who are unconstrained by old habits and old conventions. Unencumbered
Okay,
by
they ran
what
out of time.
is,
I don't know
but
what's
are
going on.
instead ready to see
I'll take
what
it.
ought to be.
And my turn's over. Dude, 1 in 10 is brutal.
My own family
Holy
is made
moly.
up of the flesh and blood and traditions
Oh, man.
and cultures and faiths from a lot of different parts of the world. Just as
Skill
America's
issue.
been
Yeah,
built
honestly.
by immigrants from every shore.
I basically had, like, my last 2 turns
my
skipped.
own
I at
life.
least froze the warrior. But I'm guessing
In
there's
this
going to be
country.
hexapods rolling through here soon.
And as
if
president,
not a centipede.
I have learned that our identities do not have to be defined
Okay, they are
by
playing.
putting
They're just
someone
having
else
some
down,
time trouble. Maybe because my turns are ending so
but can
fast, they
be
can't physically
enhanced
keep
by
up with
lifting
me.
somebody else up.
So that's making the opponent
They
run out
don't
of
have to
time.
be defined in opposition to others,
Change
but
the rate to
rather
1
by
and
a
negative
belief
10.
in
I don't think that's
liberty
going to end
and
well.
equality and justice and fairness. And the embrace of these principles as universal doesn't weaken
Okay,
my
we'll just
particular
freeze the
pride,
warrior again.
my particular
I need to
love
play
for
the game
America.
now.
It strengthens it. My belief that these ideals apply everywhere doesn't lessen my commitment to help
Pop
those
growth.
who look like me or pray as I
Get a
do, or
Gami.
pledge allegiance to my flag.
Capture this.
But my faith in those principles does
We
force
need
me
to upgrade this.
expand
That's
my
just
moral
free.
imagination and to recognize that I can best serve
Can we
my own
giant in
people.
our capital? Oh, I guess we're
I
ending
can
our turn.
best look after my own daughters.
Count down each game, so next is
by
1 and
making
9, then 1 and
sure
8.
that
That could
my
be cool.
actions seek what is right for all
What does the
people
software
and
count
all
as
children
movement?
and your daughters and your sons.
I'm trying to remember how it works.
This is what I
Basically,
believe, that all of us can be
it's going to check every
co-workers
half
with
second
God.
if his hand position has
Our
changed.
leadership,
I think it's every
our
half second. It's either every half second or every
this
second.
United Nations
And if his hand is like
should
moved,
reflect
not like
the universal truth.
it's checking for this, like more than this. Like it's looking for big movements. Is speech over? Huh. Well,
Mr. President,
start it over.
Mr. Secretary,
We didn't get any ads either. That's cool.
fellow delegates, ladies and gentlemen.
Coley just needs a gambling arc till he can
As I
predict explore
address
movements by intuition
you all
alone.
as president for the final
True.
time, let me recount
Okay, pesky warriors
the
coming in.
progress that we've made these last 8 years.
Sawmill here.
From the depths of the greatest
And the-
financial
okay,
crisis
turns-
of our
turns
time,
over.
we coordinated our response to avoid further
Oh,
catastrophe
dude.
and return the global economy
Obama, you silly
We've
man.
taken away terrorist safe havens,
Faichi.
strengthened
What?
the non-proliferation regime,
Don't cheer for Obama. You cheer for me,
the
okay?
Iranian nuclear issue through diplomacy. We opened relations with Cuba, helped Colombia
Hexapod.
end Latin
Just gonna go on the
America's
ruin. I can pick up writing and
we
ruins.
welcome
20
the
stars.
democratically elected
I mean, I could
leader,
technically
Myanmar, to this assembly.
throw the Gami towards the Hexapod. I'm
Our
just trying to think
assistance is helping people
what
feed
that does
themselves,
for us. I kind of
care
need
for the sick,
units. Ooh,
power communities
boosted
across Africa,
centipede.
and promote models of development rather than dependence. And we have made international institutions like the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund more representative, while establishing a framework to protect our planet from the ravages of climate change.
Obama needs to establish a framework to protect our planet from the ravages of
This
Symanti,
is
I think.
important work. It has made a real difference in the lives of our people.
Okay.
It could not have happened had we not worked together. And yet,
Two
around the
Gamis.
globe, we are seeing the
Technically, I
same
can get a
forces of
war. Do I get a
global integration
catapult? I
that
feel
have
like I
made us
need, like, not
interdependent.
that. Riding? Sledding? I don't have enough
also
ice for sledding.
expose deep fault lines
I'm trying not
in
to spend too
existing
much time
international
thinking of
law.
the tech tree, because that's kind of cheating. I don't know what
see
to
it
do about
in the
Mr.
headlines every day.
Faichi. Let's get a Mooney,
Around the
maybe.
world, refugees
And
flow
then I
across
can
borders
upgrade.
in flight
No, I can't. All right.
from brutal
That's the turn.
conflict.
Veteran
Financial
swordsman.
disruptions continue to weigh upon our workers.
That's kinda
and
mean.
Entire communities. Across vast swaths of the Middle East, basic security,
Okay, we can buy roads.
basic order has broken down. We see too many governments muzzling journalists and quashing dissent and censoring the flow of information.
Boosted Faichi.
Terrorist networks use social media
Embrace
to
Obama.
prey
I don't want to
upon the
embrace
minds
Obama.
of our youth, endangering
He's
open
in cahoots
society,
with Symanti.
spurring anger
All my units are dying,
against innocent immigrants,
and we're gonna lose the
Muslims.
game.
Powerful nations contest the constraints placed on them by international law.
I'm not gonna embrace Obama. You can't make me do it.
And this is the paradox that defines our world today. A quarter century after the end of the Cold War,
This might be wraps. Yeah, this one
The
ain't looking
world
very good.
is by many measures less violent and more
Baichi across
prosperous than
the
ever before.
ocean. Veteran
Yet our
swordsman,
societies are
boosted
filled with
centipede.
and unease
I just couldn't freeze the water fast
and
enough
strife.
because all my turns got skipped, and there goes that one. Okay, yeah.
Despite
What? We're not
enormous
even looking.
progress as
Was that
people
Russia?
reach
Did we just get
constant
sabotaged by
independence,
Russia?
governing becomes more difficult,
Dude,
and tensions between nations
that was not cool.
become more quick to surface.
Embrace Obama. I'm not gonna hug Obama.
And so I believe that at this
Mind
moment,
bend Obama.
we all face a choice.
Yeah, we gotta convince him to stop skipping my
We can
turns.
choose to press forward with a better model of cooperation and integration, or we can retreat
You need to
to a
choose a.
world
You need to choose Symanti so Obama helps
and
you.
ultimately in conflict
Oh,
along age-old lines of nation and tribe and race.
now there's an
and religion.
idea.
I
That was
wanna
the first
suggest to
unit
you
we've
today
killed.
that we must
Make
go
peace,
forward
not war.
and not
Obama.
backward.
Well, Obama's making war with my freaking units
I
right
believe
now,
that
so
as imperfect
do not spam Obama. If you
as they
spam, I
are,
will
the
ban you from the
principles
chat.
of open markets and accountable governance, of democracy and human rights and international law.
Yeah,
that
I
we
don't think
have
this is winnable.
forged Remain the firmest foundation.
All right, Obama. Stop talking for just a second. We're gonna try another game. Make Obama not peace war. Okay. That didn't go very well. I'll be the first to say it. That that was not good. 1 in 10 is definitely more frequent than 1 in 20. I'm glad we figured that out. Make Obama not Obama Obama. Obama. Okay, let's try a game with Symanti. Maybe that's what we're missing here. Because if Obama's working with Symanti, we can go in and be on the inside. You know what I mean? Kind of like Boris from last stream. We're going to become Boris. Don't join the dark side, goalie. Sorry. Welcome to Polytopia meta. Oh, Symanti mirror. Okay. Shaman needs to go north, and we're gonna get the fungi and then boosted war. Okay. We're gonna. Obama! Stop!
Of our global economy has made life better.
Let me play the game! Please! Please, Obama!
Over the last 25 years, the
okay,
number of people
we're
living
starting
in
on turn
extreme
3.
poverty has been cut from nearly 40% of humanity to under 10%.
Why is there Obama? I don't know, man. I don't know why there's
That's
Obama.
unprecedented.
He's here. He's skipping my Polytopia turns. He's being a big jerk.
Mothers don't die in childbirth.
You have 11 pot for Senti on like turn 5 or 6. Yeah, issue is that our game basically started on turn 3 because Obama skipped the other 2.
That have plagued us for centuries.
He tried to do it again. Did you see that?
The internet.
Boost.
Deliver the entirety of human
Move.
knowledge to a young girl
Do I go for 2? I don't think so. I think I just rushed Centipede. Skill issue. Yeah, honestly, I need to play better.
Education and communications, we're experiencing a transformation of how human beings live on a scale that recalls the revolutions in agriculture and industry. And as a result, a person born today is more likely to be healthy, to live longer, and to have access to opportunity.
That's so right, Obama.
Time in human history. Moreover, the collapse of colonialism.
First time I saw Goalie mad. You should have saw my video where I do video ends when I went with Chen-Chi. I was actually like fuming during the recording of that.
The real and troubling.
Okay, we take hunting. Do I take forestry 2? I think so.
The fact remains
Capture.
that the number of democracies around the world has nearly doubled in the last 20
Obama's very mean today. Yeah, he is. Goalie, will you sign the NACT treaty? Even though you are playing Symanti, it will protect you when you are playing against Symanti. What is NACT? Nations Against Symanti Treaty. Groundbreaking multilateral agreement designed to promote freedom from the Symanti dictatorship. Well, yeah, see, the issue is that I am Symanti. Okay, don't think, just play. Don't think, just play. Don't think, just play. Don't think, just play. Upgrade pop growth. Do I chop for Centipede? Probably not. Go Centipede next turn.
Indeed,
Really, I
our
probably should have taken
international
some
order has
workshops
been
this
so
turn instead of
successful that we
doing
take it as a
pop
given
growth
that
now,
great powers no longer
and then we
fight
just get
world
the
wars.
centipede next turn. That would have been better,
That the end of the Cold War lifted
but
the
that's
shadow
okay.
of nuclear
We
Armageddon.
have decent math
That the
spots,
battlefields of
actually.
Europe have been replaced by
I think I might
peaceful
chop
union.
here. We might end up going math this game.
That China and India remain
1, 2,
on a
3,
path
4,
of remarkable
5,
growth.
6, 7, 8.
I say all this not to whitewash the challenges we face or to suggest complacency.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Rather, I believe that we need to
Choose
acknowledge
Obama
these
tribe for next one.
achievements
Look,
in
if somebody
order
wants to
summon
make a
the
mod for an
confidence to
Obama
carry this
tribe,
progress
I
forward,
will play it on stream.
and to make sure that we do not abandon those very things that have delivered this progress. In order to move forward, though, we do have to acknowledge that the existing path to global integration requires a course correction.
Go, people, quickly.
Because too often, those trumpeting the benefits of globalization...
Video idea,
ignore
Polytopia, but I can only
follow
train mindbenders. I
women
did
and
that
among nations.
many years ago, but it might be cool to
have
revisit
ignored the
that,
enduring
see how it
appeal
goes.
of ethnic and sectarian identities. Have left international institutions
What a wild
ill-equipped,
stream. Yeah,
underfunded, under-resourced in order to handle
oh
transnational
no.
challenges.
Oh, I might have thrown. Oh, I might have thrown. Might
As
have
these
thrown.
real problems have been
Shaman
neglected,
is in danger.
alternative visions of the world have come
Crap,
forward,
why did I make
both
that move? That's such a bad
in the
move.
wealthiest countries and in the poorest.
Oh, I'm so upset. I'm
Religious
gonna take an
fundamentalism,
Explorer.
the politics of ethnicity,
Honestly,
pride,
I shouldn't have taken that Explorer either. I'm throwing.
aggressive
I'm misplaying. Oh, jeez. Oh, this is so bad.
sometimes from the far left, but more often
Okay.
from the far right, which seeks to restore what they believe was a better,
Your first video was on
simpler age,
BTD5.
free
The first
of
video that you know
outside
about might have been on
contamination.
BTD5. It was not the first video I made, though. Yep, Shaman's dead. It was
dismiss
such
these
a
visions.
dumb move to put it there. Obama's getting in my head.
They are
Yeah,
powerful.
get him out, please.
They reflect dissatisfaction among too many of our citizens. I do not believe those visions can
Dude,
deliver
he's got
security or
2,200 points.
prosperity
He
over
might have
the
a centipede, too.
But I do believe that these visions fail to
Okay,
recognize
ruin,
at a very
pop.
basic level our common humanity. Moreover, I believe that the acceleration of travel and technology
Math.
and telecommunications,
I'm just gonna
together
chop for
with a
another
global
centipede.
economy that depends on a global
I might have
supply
chopped
chain,
away a centipede
makes
by
it
chopping all that. I
self-defeating
don't really
ultimately
care.
for those who seek to reverse this progress.
You're gonna go here, kill
Today,
that.
a nation ringed by walls
That's
would only
fine.
imprison itself.
Okay.
So the answer cannot be a simple rejection of global integration.
Okay, he walloped
Instead, we
our
must work together to
centipede.
make sure the benefits
Do
of
these
such
things have
integration are
creep,
broadly shared.
sneak, creep? No movement penalties in rough terrain.
disruptions.
Still get zone and controlled,
Economic
which means
political,
we
and
can't
cultural
do anything with
that are
this
caused by
guy,
integration
really.
are squarely addressed. This is not the place for a detailed policy blueprint, but let me offer
Yeah.
in broad strokes those areas where I believe we must do better
According to your
together.
YouTube, your oldest video is BTD5. Well, I have older videos. I've just privated them.
It starts with making the global economy work better for all people and not just for those at the top.
Because they weren't very good.
While open markets, capitalism have raised standards of living around the
Okay,
globe,
we're just going to have to play defense.
globalization combined
I don't know what
with
we tech into.
rapid progress in technology has also weakened the position of workers.
Like,
that are
we need to
building the
win this
security
game
of
by getting this portion of the map and then just attacking
In
him.
advanced economies like my own, unions have been undermined,
But,
and many manufacturing jobs have disappeared.
oh my gosh.
Often, those who benefit most from globalization have used their political power to further undermine the position of workers.
You know, unironically, philosophy could be a play. We can get our
In
shaman
developing
back.
countries, labor
It's too expensive, though.
organizations have often been suppressed, and the growth of the middle class has been held back by corruption and underinvestment.
Need to win this game by embracing Obama's strategy.
Mercantilist policies pursued by governments with export
I feel like I ruined it
threaten
by
to
letting my
undermine
shaman
the
die.
consensus that underpins
Oh man,
global
this is
trade.
so unlucky.
And meanwhile, global capital is too often unaccountable. Nearly $8 trillion.
I guess I can train
stashed away in
Exodus.
tax havens. And a shadow banking system that grows beyond the reach of effective
Never mind. I
oversight.
don't get to train anything because Obama just ended our turn. Obama.
A world in
Obama.
which 1% of humanity
Obama,
controls
you
as much wealth as the
mean,
other
mean man.
99% will never be stable.
Ah.
I understand that the gaps between rich and poor
Yeah,
are
I
not
could have
new,
made Exodus.
but just as the child in a slum today can
But
see
our
the
turn just got
skyscraper
skipped.
nearby, technology now allows any person with a smartphone
I've seen
to
Semancy
see
win without
how
Shaman
the
before.
most
Hope is not all
privileged
lost.
among
I think
us
it
live,
is.
and the contrast
Man, we had such a
between
good
their
spawn
lives
too.
and
So many
ours.
resources.
Expectations
But
rise then, faster than governments can deliver.
I just played it
A
badly.
pervasive sense of injustice undermine people's faith in the system. So how do we fix this imbalance?
Waiting for server
We
response.
cannot unwind
Don't
integration
hit me
any
with
more than
that.
we can stuff technology back into a box.
The game hit me
Nor can we
with
look
waiting
to
for server
failed
response,
models of the past.
and then when it came back, our turn got
If we start
skipped.
resorting to trade
I
wars,
think
market
we
decisions,
have
subsidies,
Obama, who is in
labor-mandated
cahoots with
policies,
Symanti, and then Obama is
and
also
over-reliance
in
on natural
cahoots
resources
with
instead of
Mijiwan.
innovation, these approaches will make
Or
us
at the
poorer
very least, Mijiwan
collectively,
servers.
and they are more likely to lead to conflict.
And that whole waiting for server response,
And the
and
stark
then
contrast between, say, the success of the Republic
our
of
turn getting
Korea
skipped.
and the wasteland
ridiculous.
of North Korea shows that central planned control of the economy is a dead end. But I do believe there's another path, one that fuels growth and
Okay.
innovation and offers the
I think
clearest
this
route
is
to
lost.
individual opportunity and national success. It does not.
We'll keep going. Did I not just resign from this game? Maybe Mijiwan is working with Obama, who's working with Symanti. Okay. We're gonna try Symanti again, I think. $196 lakes. Obama's too strong. Yeah, he is. Okay. This guy's about 1300 elo. We'll be okay.
Require succumbing to a soulless
6, 7,
capitalism
8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we have a
benefits only the
centipede
few.
with
Rather recognizes
hunting,
that
forestry,
economies are
and
more
org.
successful when we close the gap between rich and poor, and growth is broadly based. And that means respecting the
Oh, we can
rights
get
of
our
workers
lighthouse
so they can
actually, and then I
organize into
don't
independent
think we need
unions
forestry.
and earn a living wage. It means investing in our people, their skills, their education,
So we
their
get
capacity to
3,
take an idea and turn
6,
it into a business.
7, 8, 9, 10. Lighthouse would be
It
11.
means
Yeah, that works.
strengthening the safety net that
We need
protects
to
our
play
people from
though.
hardship and allows them to take more risks, to look for a new job or start a new venture. These
Not
are
playing
policies
Kiku,
that I've
sorry, man.
pursued here in the United States and with clear results.
Not right now. We gotta
American
take down
businesses have
Obama.
created now 15 million new jobs.
That sounds bad out of context. We're not gonna take out Obama. We need to. Let's rein in the stream a little bit here.
But today that's
We're
down to
just.
about half.
We're playing a video game, okay?
Last year, poverty in this country fell at the fastest rate in nearly 50 years. And with further investment in infrastructure and early childhood education and basic
We
research,
don't need
I'm
to buff
confident that
Obama.
such
Obama
progress
is
will continue.
plenty good as it is right now.
So just as I've pursued these measures here at home, so has the United States worked with many nations.
I love how I
to
miss
curb
my
the
village. That
excesses
was
of
really cool.
capitalism. Not to punish wealth, but to prevent repeated crises that can destroy it.
Okay, I need to take hunting and
That's why
org.
we've worked with other nations to create
Before we do
higher and clear
anything.
standards for banking and
Put
taxation.
you on the village. Find the lighthouse.
Because
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
A society
Why am I
that
getting
asks
waiting for
less
server
of
response? It's not
oligarchs
funny.
than
I
ordinary
didn't laugh.
citizens will rot from within.
I just take a workshop here, I think.
That's why we've pushed for transparency and cooperation.
This is not a bad
in
city
rooting out
either.
corruption,
3,
tracking,
4, 5,
illicit dollars.
6.
because
7,
markets
8.
create more jobs when they're fueled by hard work.
One pop off
and
from a
not
centipede
the
there.
capacity to
Unless we get
extort a
like
bribe.
math or something.
That's why we've
Let's
worked
go
to reach
ahead and
trade agreements
upgrade
that raise
here.
labor standards and
Oh, I
raise
messed up. I could have
environmental
upgraded the city over
standards, as
here
we've done
too.
with the Trans-Pacific Partnership, so that the
I
benefits
can't even upgrade this one.
are more
Whatever.
broadly shared.
That turn was so bad.
And just as we benefit by combating inequality within our countries, I believe advanced economies still need to do more to close the gap between rich and poor nations around
I
the
just
globe.
joined. Is this like the Doug code? The one where he had
This is
Obama's
difficult
hands
to live
playing Mario Party. It's similar to that, yes.
It's
Upgrade
difficult to
this.
spend
Upgrade
on foreign
this.
assistance.
Actually, we can get a centipede here now with the
But I
monument.
do not believe this is charity.
Never mind, our turn's getting ended.
For the small fraction
Who's worse,
of what
Chinchi
we
or Venger?
spent
I think
war
Venger.
in Iraq,
I like
we
playing
could support
Chinchi more.
institutions so that fragile states don't collapse in the first place.
Symanti should be
invest in
banned.
emerging
Honestly, you
economies
could
that become
delete
markets
Symanti
for
from
our
the
goods.
game. I don't think I would care very much.
It's not just the right thing to do, it's the smart thing to do. And that's why we need to follow through on our efforts to combat climate change.
Stooping
we
low
don't
to
act
steal
boldly,
content. This is
the
its own
gentleman could
original
come
thing in
due.
a different format. I don't know what you
Will
mean.
be mass migrations and cities submerged and nations displaced and food supplies
Okay, well, our
decimated
turn got skipped.
and conflicts born of despair.
Don't forget to like the video. Thank you,
Paris
Skibbity
Agreement gives us a
Skibbity.
framework to act, but only if we scale up our ambition. And there must
You're
be a
doing God's
sense
work, man.
of urgency about bringing the agreement into force and helping poorer countries leapfrog destructive forms of energy. So for the wealthiest countries, a green climate fund should only be the beginning. We need to invest in research and provide market incentives to develop new technologies and then make these technologies accessible and affordable
Okay,
for poor
onto the
countries.
ruin. We have a
Only then
ton
can
of
we
stars.
continue
Okay, we're gonna
lifting
have even more stars.
all people
I need to think what to do with my stars right now. 'Cause we're just not doing anything with them because our turn keeps getting skipped. Go. Okay, he found that lighthouse. What?
So,
He has
we need
full
new
vision on
models
me. Then
for the
I
global
imagine.
marketplace. Models that are inclusive and sustainable.
I literally don't
And
know
in the
what to do
same
with
way,
my
we need
stars.
models of governance that are inclusive and
Maybe-
accountable to ordinary people.
Where do I get Raichi?
I recognize not
Pescatism.
every country in this hall is going to follow the same model.
I
of
think we need
governance.
pescatism.
I do not think that America can or should impose our system of government.
Gully,
on
you should get a
other
sponsor by Obama Airlines.
countries. But there appears to be a growing contest between
They
the
provide quality and
authoritarianism
fast planes that
liberalism
come to
right
you,
now.
like an Uber, but faster and harder to park.
And I want everybody
Maybe.
to understand, I am not neutral in that contest. I believe in a liberal political order.
Don't you listen?
An
Obama
order
just said to
built not
develop
just
new
through
technologies. That's why he
elections
skips your turn.
representing
Okay,
the
Obama, I will
government,
buy
but also
tech.
through respect for human rights,
Let's see what the room gives first.
society,
Forestry. Okay.
independent
Honestly,
judiciary,
kind of pog. Thank you, Obama.
and the rule of law.
I think, do I have
I know that
starfish? I
some
don't.
countries which now recognize the power of
I don't need
markets
hydrology. We're fine.
still reject the
Capture.
model of free society.
I need to train. I wanted to... Obama, I did what you asked.
Perhaps those
And you skipped my turn
of us
anyway.
who have been promoting democracy feel somewhat discouraged.
I feel betrayed.
Since the end of the Cold War, because we've learned that liberal democracy.
You need to record so that
not
Obama
just
skips
walks
your
across the
frames and
globe
not
in
your
a single
turns. Like the
wave.
frames of the video? That would be wild.
It turns out building accountable institutions is hard work, the work of generations. The gains are often fragile. Sometimes we take one step forward
Okay.
and two steps back. In countries held together by borders drawn by colonial powers.
Did you guys like that turn? Was that a good one? If you blinked, you might have missed it.
Politics and
The description says 1 in 20, but the stream says 1 in 10. Oh yeah, I did set it on YouTube to say 1 in 20. We changed it to 1 in 10 because we beat 1 in 20, but I can update that on the stream description as well. Also, monetization is off. That should be on because I need to get paid.
But I believe this thinking is
Description.
I believe the road of true democracy remains the better path. I believe that
1
in
in
the
10.
21st century, economies
Okay,
only
while I
grow
was
at
updating
a
the
certain
stream
point
description,
until
my
they
turn got
need to
skipped.
open up because
That's cool.
entrepreneurs need to access information in order to invent. Young people need a global education.
If you win, will it be 1 in 5? Yeah, we can try 1 in 5 if I beat this. And then if I beat that, we can go like 1 in 2 maybe. Rose playing Zabasi.
Ultimately, expectations of people will not be met. suppression and stagnation will set in.
All right, well,
And
that's
history
kind of
shows
unfortunate, but...
that strong men are then
So our
left to
centipede
death.
needs to unsiege that
Permanent
immediately.
crackdown, which sparks strife at home.
We gotta be ready to do that. And then we
or
need to train
scapegoating enemies
units.
abroad, which can lead to war.
And maybe spend some stars. We have 50.
Now, I will admit, my belief that governments serve the individual and not the other way around is shaped
Okay,
by
we got
a darker
11
story.
stars from that. Cool.
Our nation began
Raichi,
with a promise of
upgrade.
freedom that applied only to
Pop
the few,
growth.
but because of our democratic
Upgrade
constitution,
again. Centipede.
our
I should have
Bill of
taken an
Rights,
explorer here
because
first
of our
before I did
ideals,
anything, but that's okay. We casually throw on the
ordinary
stream, no big
people
deal.
were able to organize
Okay,
and
well, if you
march
got
and
here, he's
protest,
got to have
and
boats or
ultimately,
something. I
those
don't know.
ideals won
Fun
out.
guy, maybe move this guy and train a Raichi,
Open
and
doors for women,
if we still have 40
minorities,
stars,
and
I
workers, ways
don't know
that
what to do with 40
made our
stars. Take some
economy more
upgrades, maybe?
productive and turned our diversity
Upgrade.
into a
I could
strength.
take in another explorer, honestly. This should go around.
That gave innovators the chance to transform every area of human
Find a
endeavor.
lighthouse.
That made it possible for someone like me.
Okay,
to be elected
do we
president
have
of the United
math?
States.
No, we don't. Let's pick up math, maybe.
So yes, my views are shaped
There we
by the
go.
specific experiences of America, but
And
I
then
do
I
not
guess
think
we're done.
this story is unique to America.
Okay, we actually got to play a turn there. It was
Look at the
remarkable. I forgot how
transformation that's taken
good it
place
felt to actually play the
in
game.
countries as different as Japan and Chile, Indonesia, Botswana.
Why are there rubber bands on Obama's hands? Those are the things that's tracking his movements
The countries
of his
that have
hands.
succeeded are ones in which
Okay, the guy's got Juggernaut.
people feel they have a stake. In
He
Europe,
talks about mosquitoes in this
progress
speech.
of
What
those
Symantry
countries
units are
in
the most
former
like mosquitoes?
Soviet
Probably
bloc
Faichi.
that embraced democracy
We could get some
stand in
Faichi
clear
up
contrast to those
and
that
see
did
if that'll
not.
make Obama quit skipping our turns, maybe.
After all, the people of Ukraine did not take to the streets because of some plot imposed from abroad. They took to the streets because their leadership
Okay,
was for sale,
Siege.
and they had no recourse.
Upgrade. Get a
They
Raichi,
demanded
another
change because they
Raichi.
saw life get better for people in the Baltics and
Yeah,
in
hit that
Poland.
guy.
Societies
Go ahead
that
and
were
move
more
ours.
liberal
Actually,
and
let's have the
democratic
segment
and open
explode.
than their own.
That way I can train a unit here and also just put down the fun guy. We'll get a Faichi. Shaman, I guess, here.
So those of us who believe in democracy,
And that's... I mean, I can put
we
the
need to speak
Park of
out
Fortune
forcefully.
down. We get pop growth, and then in 2
Because
turns we'll get a centipede there.
both the facts
Okay.
and history, I believe, are
We
on
are
our side.
somehow still in this game.
That doesn't mean democracy is
Gully, do you want a free
without
sample
flaws.
of Obama-flavored
It does
toothpaste?
mean
I don't
that
like
the
what that
cure for what ails
implies.
our democracies is greater engagement by our citizens, not less.
I'd use it every day. Okay.
Yes, in America, there is too much
You
money
actually might win this. It is winnable, remarkably.
Too much entrenched partisanship, too little
Which I don't think that
participation by
shows
citizens.
how good I am at the game. I think it shows how stupid Symantry is. Although, to be fair, we got like a pretty good setup here.
In Europe, a well-intentioned Brussels often
Like, we're
became too
blocking this
isolated
port
from
so that no
the
naval units from this city can be
normal
made
push and pull of
until he gets
national
another port.
politics.
Mosquitoes are
Too
going to come
often
in.
capitals,
Yeah, this Juggernaut's kind of an issue.
decision makers have forgotten that democracy needs to be driven by
And we can
civic
capture
engagement
this.
from the bottom
And
up, not
Explorer here would be
governance by
huge.
experts from the top down. And so these
Can
are real
Symantry's
problems.
Explorer move across
And as
deep
leaders of
ocean?
democratic governments make
Obama's
the case
trying
for
to skip my
democracy
turn,
abroad,
but this menu was up.
we better
That was so
strive
clutch.
harder to set a better
Okay,
example
how do you
at home.
get Symantry's Explorers to move on water? Because you can't, like, take sailing. Can they just not?
Moreover, every country will organize its government
That's
informed by centuries of
redonkulous,
history
man.
and the circumstances of geography and the deeply held
Okay, I think we
beliefs
want
of
to
the team.
kill...
So I recognize a traditional
scout.
society may value unity and cohesion.
What's in the
more
water
than
over here?
a diverse country like
Another
my own, which
Juggernaut,
was
okay.
founded upon what at the time was a
So
radical
we'll hit that
idea,
one.
the idea of the liberty of
Start
individual human
getting
beings,
boosted
endowed with certain
Raichi.
God-given rights.
Bring our centipede over.
But that does not
Poison
mean
this
that
guy.
ordinary people in Asia
And we are out of stars, so
Africa
that'll be the
or
turn.
the Middle East
Maybe because you
somehow
don't have a port.
prefer
Yeah, like, we don't actually
arbitrary
have the
rules
tech that
in terms of
enables us to
voice
move
in the
on
decisions
water.
that can save their
We
lives.
only have, like, the unit that can just
I
do
believe
it.
that spirit
So,
is universal. And if any of you doubt the universality of that desire, listen to the voices of young people everywhere
isn't it technically possible to time it
Call
perfectly
out
to
for
match with you?
freedom
Yes,
and
you can
dignity.
technically stream snipe me.
and the opportunity to control their own lives.
I'd rather you not. Obama scented air freshener for cars. Smell the freedom. Smell your
leads me
best
to the
ever
third
purchase.
thing
I don't
we
want
need
to
to
smell Obama in my car, okay?
We must
That's an
reject
awful idea.
any forms of fundamentalism or racism.
Get starfish. Yeah, we got this Raichi on a star. Oceanology is 19 though. That's just not worth it.
Belief
If each star
in
gives
ethnic
8,
superiority
that's
that
only
makes
16
our
total I could potentially get for a
traditional
19-star tech. Not good.
identities irreconcilable with
Centipede,
modernity.
we'll kill this guy. We kind of have the city isolated.
Instead, we need to embrace the tolerance that results from respect of all human beings.
Can
It's
I?
a truism that global integration
All right, I
has
guess that's the
led to
turn.
a collision of cultures. Trade, migration, the internet, all these things can challenge and unsettle our most cherished identities.
I have to be training units every turn or we will
We see
lose.
liberal societies express opposition when women choose
Plain and
to
simple.
cover themselves. We see protests responding to Western newspaper cartoons that caricature the Prophet Muhammad. In a world that
Why is France on the screen?
left the age of empire behind, we see Russia attempting to recover lost glory
Why is bro so
through
handsome?
force.
Are you talking about me? Or are you talking about
Asian
Obama?
powers debate competing claims of history. And in Europe and the United States, you
Obama
see
speaks for
people
goalie. Obama does
wrestle with
not speak
concerns
for
about
me. Thank you very
immigration
much.
and changing
He is
demographics
making it impossible to win
and
this game.
suggesting that somehow
Die,
people who
Obama,
look
stop
different
it!
are corrupting
I mean,
the
we got a
character of our
siege
country.
off, and like we have the centipede up here.
Now, there's no easy answer to
Right, crackers and
resolving
cheese
all
out of
these
10. I don't know, man. Like
social
probably a
forces.
5 or a
And
6.
we must respect the meaning that people draw from their own traditions, from their religion, from their ethnicity. from
Okay, there's
their
a
sense of
siege here.
nationhood.
I think we can break it.
But I do not believe progress is possible if our desire to preserve our identity.
I wonder if their
gives
opponent.
way to an impulse
I
to
wonder if the
dehumanize
opponent
or
suspects
dominate another
something.
group.
They probably think I'm on crack.
If our religion leads us to persecute those of another faith, if we jail or beat people who
It's
are
got
gay,
archery now. Oof. Okay.
if our traditions lead us to prevent girls from going to school, if we discriminate on the basis of race or tribe
I
or
need
ethnicity,
units.
then the fragile bonds of civilization will fray.
Capture that. Let's boost
The
our
world
Raichi.
is too small. We are too packed together
That's a one-shot anyway, isn't it?
for us to be able to resort to those old ways of thinking.
Exita, Raichi,
We see this
Exita.
mindset in too many parts
I
of the
wanted to
Middle East.
promote this guy, but we didn't quite get there in time. Obama had
There, so much of the
other
collapse of
plans.
order has been fueled because leaders sought legitimacy not because
What I would
of
love to
policies
do
or programs, but
is have like 2 Raichi explode,
resorting
or
to
actually we could just have a Raichi explode here,
persecuting political opposition.
and then our centipede can
demonizing
get to the
other
city.
religious
That'd be
sects,
great. Crack is a
by
great
narrowing
future
the
stream
public
idea. No, it's
space
not.
to the mosque, where in too many places
The stress is getting to goalie. It really is. I'm very on edge right now.
and these forces built up for years and are now at work helping
What?
fuel both Syria's tragic civil war and the mindless medieval menace of ISIL.
Okay, can these guys explode after I move them?
The
Yes.
mindset of sectarianism and
Check that out.
extremism and bloodletting
Pretty good
and
play, right,
retribution
chat? I know, I'm kind of a
that
gamer.
has been taking place will not be quickly reversed.
Let's...
And if we are honest, we understand that no
Poison the
external
Juggernaut,
power
maybe?
is going to be able to force different religious
I just
communities or
noticed this
ethnic
guy
communities
sieging.
to
What do we do about
coexist
him?
for long.
There's nothing we can do.
But I
That's
do
just...
believe we
It
have to
is,
be
it is what it
honest
is.
about
And
the
our turn's
nature
gone.
of these
Okay.
conflicts. And our international community must continue to work
Oof.
with those who seek to build
We got a good
rather
siege
than
on 'em.
to destroy. And there is a military component to that. It means being united and relentless in destroying networks like ISIL, which show no respect for human life. But it also means that in a place like Syria, where there is no ultimate military victory to be won, we're going to have to
Obama
pursue the hard
outdrips
work
you.
of diplomacy
Yeah,
that aims
I
to
feel
stop
kind of
the violence
underdressed.
and deliver
I
aid
should have
to
come
those
on to
who need
stream
it,
with like a suit.
and support those who pursue a political settlement and can see those who are not like themselves
No way he
as
gets a
worthy
giant.
of dignity and
Oh,
respect.
that's so annoying.
Across the region's conflicts, we have to insist that all parties recognize a common humanity and that nations end proxy wars that fuel disorder.
Is he gonna siege
Because
this?
until basic questions
Oh,
are
that's
answered
so
about
bad. We didn't get to
communities
train a unit
will
here.
exist.
Because Obama skipped
The
our
embers
turn.
of extremism will continue to burn.
Okay, this is starting
Countless
to
human
look
beings
less good.
will suffer, most of all in that region. But extremism will continue to be exported overseas. And the world is too small for us to simply be able to build a wall
Shoot.
and prevent it from affecting our own societies.
I need units. Can we unsiege
And
this?
what
I
is true in the
think
Middle
I
East is true
can.
for all of us.
Unless my turn gets skipped while I'm doing it,
Surely
which would be
religious
so
traditions can be
bad.
honored and upheld
Okay.
while teaching young people science and math rather than intolerance.
That's
Surely we
just
can
a guy.
sustain our unique
Boost.
traditions while
I don't
giving
know what to do with
women
this
their
guy. We gotta
full
pull
and
back, I
rightful
think.
role in the politics and economics of a nation.
Units. 36 stars.
Surely we can rally our nations to solidarity
Nothing looks appealing.
while
I could go for
recognizing
cloaks.
equal treatment
Does cloaks
for
do
all
anything?
communities, whether it's a religious minority in Myanmar or an
I mean, they can
ethnic
only go through
minority in
land. We can't even
Burundi,
get ports.
or a
We'll just end the
racial
turn, I
minority
guess.
right here in the United
I'll let
States.
Obama end it. Okay.
And surely Israelis and Palestinians will be better off if Palestinians reject incitement and recognize the legitimacy of Israel. But Israel recognizes that it cannot permanently occupy and settle Palestinian land.
Justini's back.
all have
If
to
Obama
do
does the
better
jazz hands, are we cooked? Yeah.
as
Absolutely.
leaders in tamping down rather than encouraging a notion of identity that leads us.
Cloaks are good against big cities, but do you have time to train them with Obama skipping turns? I don't have time to train anything, which is the big issue
This
right
leads
now.
me to the fourth and final thing we need to do, and that is sustain our commitment to international cooperation.
Obama, stop it! I just left the city open for him. Oh, he didn't even walk in. Okay.
I know that for most of human history, power has not been unipolar. And the end of the Cold War may have led
Obama
too
thinks
many
he's
to forget this truth.
so funny.
I've noticed as president that at times both America's adversaries and some of our allies believe
All right,
that
well, that's a siege.
all problems were either caused by Washington or could be solved by Washington. And perhaps too many in Washington believe that as well.
Ha ha ha, Obama.
But I believe America
What do we do?
has been
How do we win
a
this?
rare superpower in human history, insofar as it has been willing to think beyond narrow self.
We have 54 stars. Surely there's something we can do.
Made our share of mistakes
But I don't know what
over
tech
these
lets
last
us win the
25
game
years.
here. It ain't Dumux's.
I've acknowledged some. We have strived, sometimes at great sacrifice, to align.
We just
better
need
our
units.
actions with our
I gotta
ideals.
move these Exodus off the city so that I
As a
can actually train units.
consequence, we
Obama!
have been a force for good. We have secured allies. We've acted to protect the vulnerable. We've supported human rights.
How long has it been since you've ended your turn on purpose? I don't remember.
We've bound our power to international laws and institutions.
Yeah,
When we've made mistakes, we've tried
I
to
think
acknowledge
Obama did
them.
us in on that one.
We have worked to roll back poverty and hunger and disease beyond our borders.
Yeah, it's not winnable anymore. That's so sad. That one was winnable. Okay, but I do notice that when we play Symanti, we get much closer to winning. And I think it's because Symanti is just capable of ending the game earlier than other tribes. So I think if we want a shot at beating this on 1 in 10, we have to play Symanti. Didn't you say before there'd be a 1 in 20? Yeah, we beat it on 1 in 20, so I made it 1 in 10. And 1 in 10 has proved to be a little more difficult. I guess I could even go small dry lands. That'd give us an even better shot. This guy's 1300 elo. Michael Jackson? We're playing against Michael Jackson. Okay, so we're playing against Michael Jackson while Obama is skipping our turns. And I don't even know what's going on. Is 1 in 10 too hard? It is, but I'm an elite gamer, so surely we can make this happen. Pick Symanti. All right, let's go.
just within
Start
our
us off,
borders.
Obama. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay.
I'm proud of that.
We have Centipede with
But I also know
Org
that
Hunting and
we
Forestry.
can't do this alone. And I believe
Lighthouse
that
doesn't do us much
if we're to
good,
meet
unfortunately.
the challenges of this century, we are all going to have to do more to build up international capacity.
Michael
We
Jackson
cannot
is
escape
632.
the
Okay, Michael
prospect
Jackson's
of
playing Semanti.
nuclear war unless we all commit to stopping the spread of nuclear weapons and pursuing a world without them.
Rusty Gully. I am very rusty.
When Iran agrees to accept constraints on its nuclear
Iran,
program,
what do you
that
want? I'm
enhances
trying to play
global
Polytopia.
security and enhances Iran's ability to work with other nations. On the other hand, when North Korea tests a bomb, that endangers all of us.
Yeah, North Korea.
Any
What's the
country that
freaking
breaks
deal with you
this
guys
basic
shooting all
bargain
those
must
rockets
face
everywhere?
consequences.
Guys are absolutely off your rocker.
And those nations
Is
who
Michael
win
Jackson
these
not
weapons,
playing?
like the United States, have a unique responsibility to pursue the path
Obama
of
has a better
reducing our
wallpaper than
stockpiles.
you. Let me see his backdrop. Hang on. That is pretty good.
Reaffirming basic norms like the commitment to never test them again.
Yeah, I think you got me there.
We can't combat a disease like Zika that recognizes no borders.
Gotta go dinner.
Mosquitoes
Have a good
don't
one, man.
respect walls.
Okay, Michael Jackson just isn't playing.
Unless
So-
we make permanent the same urgency that we brought
Well, why am I
to
gonna
bear
resign? No,
against
let's just go to
Ebola
the menu.
by
and start a
strengthening
new
our own
game.
systems of public health,
Something's
by
online.
investing in cures and rolling back the root causes of disease,
What's this
and
game?
helping poorer countries develop a public health infrastructure.
Is Michael Jackson
We can
playing?
only eliminate extreme poverty if the sustainable development goals that we have set are more than
Oh, he
words
is.
on paper.
Okay. Michael Jackson's here.
Human ingenuity now gives us the capacity to feed
All right, that
the hungry and give
skipped our
all
turn.
of our
Cool.
children, including our girls, the education that is the foundation for our
Play, Gully, play. Win the game.
But we have
Don't
to
find your
put our
village because you're an
money where our
idiot.
mouth is.
Woo! It's probably here.
And we can only realize
here, I
the
guess.
promise of this institution's founding to replace the ravages of war with cooperation if powerful
Favorite tribe?
nations,
Aesthetically, it's
my own,
Omaji right now.
accept constraints. Sometimes I'm criticized in my own country.
Obama, I'm
professing a
criticizing
belief
you so hard right
in
now, man. You're making me
international
lose this game.
And multilateral institutions, but I am convinced that in the long run, giving up some freedom of action, not
Does Obama having both hands
ability
moving
to
increases the
protect
skip
ourselves
chance?
or pursue our
Yeah, it'll
core
check
interests,
each
but
hand. So if he's doing like what he's doing right now,
international rules,
it is calculating the 1 in 10 for each hand. So, and yeah, there goes our turn. Okay.
and I think that's not just true for us.
Dude, if we lose to Michael Jackson, man, that's going to be kind of
Continues to
embarrassing.
interfere in the affairs of its neighbors. It may be popular at home. It may fuel nationalist fervor for a time, but over time,
We have
it's
like
also gonna
pretty
diminish
good city
its
gen
stature
though.
and make its
It
borders
seems
less
like.
secure. In the South China Sea,
Let's end our
peaceful
turn. Actually,
resolution of
could go for the
disputes
nah.
offered by law will
Okay,
mean
I guess I'm not
far
doing
greater
anything.
stability than the militarization of a
No,
few
wait, we can't have a
democracies.
village here. We learned about that, right?
We are all stakeholders
Thank
in
you,
this
Mr. Blueberry
international system,
Cheesecake.
and it calls upon all of us to invest in the success of institutions to which we belong. And the good news is that many nations have shown what kind of progress is possible when we make those commitments.
Gully, you might want to
Consider
take
what we've
climbing for
accomplished
vision.
Here.
I mean, there's well,
Over the
yeah,
past
there's
few
a lot of mountains there. Maybe we'll think about it.
Together we mobilize some
I'm gonna
50,000
capture and
additional
explore,
troops for
and I think
peacekeeping,
that might meet our opponent.
making
We
them
can use the
nimble,
start.
better
Obama
equipped,
tried to skip my turn there.
better prepared to deal with
Veteran
emergencies.
sword.
Together we established an open government partnership so that
Tried to skip my turn again.
increasingly transparency and power
Obama's out for
become
blood
more
today.
around the globe. And together, now,
I mean, this fine. I mean, maybe get another warrior.
for a home.
Okay. Oh, he's got borders down here
We should all
too.
welcome the pledges of
Oh,
increased assistance
dude.
that have been made at this General Assembly gathering.
Oh, he didn't even
I'll be discussing that more this
go for the city.
afternoon, but we have to follow
Did Boris get
through
you? No.
even when the
No,
politics
but
are hard.
Obama is giving me a run for my money.
Because in the eyes of innocent
If you don't want to
men and
lose, the
women
O
and
screen can
children
help. The O screen is the screen of success.
through
The
no
screen is the
fault
shape of
their own
Obama's
have had
face and
to
is scientifically
believe
proven to enhance
everything that
Polytopia
they
skills.
know, everything that
Is
they
it going to
love.
kill this veteran swordsman
We
for
have
me?
to have
Because
the empathy to
is
see
it going to make
ourselves.
Obama stop skipping my turn too? Because that's
We have to
getting
imagine
kind of
what it would be
frustrating.
like for our family, for our children. If the unspeakable happened to
Oh,
us. And we should
Obama.
all understand that ultimately our world will be more secure if we are
I need to get-
prepared to help those in need and the nations who are carrying the largest burden with respect to accommodating these refugees.
I don't even know what to say. You can help with all that and
There are a lot
more.
of
Well,
nations
it's
right now
not. Okay, my turn got skipped
that
like
are
3 times just now.
doing the right thing. But many nations,
Half the reason this is so difficult is the frustration.
those blessed with
It is kind of rough just like
wealth
watching your turn just go away.
the benefits of geography,
Pop
and do
growth.
more to offer a hand.
Centipede.
Even if
Boost.
they also insist that refugees who
Capture.
come to our countries have to do
We
more
can
to adopt
probably get a centipede
customs
here.
and
Actually, we
conventions
definitely
that the
can. Not this
community
turn,
forms
but
now,
eventually.
providing them a home.
That's gonna basically be our out. I don't want to upgrade this city. I feel like we're gonna lose it.
Let me conclude
Our
by
centipede can
saying
move
that
3 tiles. It should be fine,
I
actually.
recognize history tells a different story than the one that I've talked about here today.
Okay.
There's a much
That wasn't too
darker,
bad.
more cynical view of history that we can adopt. Human beings are too often motivated by greed and by power.
Obama, you're motivated by skipping my
Big
turn,
countries,
and I'm getting kind of sick of it.
for most of history, have pushed smaller ones around. Tribes and ethnic groups and nation states have very often found it most convenient to define themselves by what they hate and not just those ideas that bind them together. Time and again, human beings have believed that they've finally arrived at a period of enlightenment.
I think I'd take climbing here.
Only to repeat then cycles of conflict.
So
and
Obama
suffering.
tried to skip my turn, but the population saved me.
Perhaps that's our fate.
Okay, we are gonna... this is not exactly
We have to remember
optimal,
that
but
the choices of individual
this is
human
kind of what's
beings
going on.
led
Oh,
to
turn's gone. Okay.
repeated world war. But we also have to remember that the choices of individual human beings created a United Nations so that a war
Oh,
like that would never
no!
happen again.
Oh, man.
Each of us, as leaders, each nation,
Obama, you gotta
can
lead
choose
this
to
centipede
reject
out of my
those
city,
who
man.
appeal to our worst impulses and embrace those who appeal to our best. For we have shown that we can choose a better history.
It's turn 11. We have
Sitting
2
in a prison
cities.
cell, a young Martin
I think
Luther
this
King
is
Jr.
I
wrote
think this is an L.
that human progress never
Do you think
rolls
Obama's
on
ever played
wheels of
Polytopia? Maybe.
inevitability. It comes through the tireless efforts of men.
He's kind of
willing
playing it
to
right
be
now if you think
co-workers
about it.
with God. And
Okay, we're just
during
gonna
the
chop
course
all
of these
this.
8 years, as I've traveled to many of your nations, I
Sure.
have seen that spirit
Hexapods.
in our young people, who are more educated and more tolerant and more inclusive and more diverse and more creative than our generation.
Should have probably picked the Obama video where Obama gets
Who are
his nail
more
art done.
empathetic
The 1 in
and
10 is
compassionate
rigged.
towards their fellow human beings
Yeah.
than previous generations.
You think there's a
And
video
yes,
of like
some of that comes with the
Obama teaching
idealism
sign
of youth,
language?
but it also comes with young people's access to information about other peoples and places.
Gully stream. Hello, Yarn. How are
An
you?
understanding unique in human history, that their future is bound with the fates of other human
Yeah,
beings on
Mijiwan's
the
got to
other
do
side
some
of the world.
nerfing. He needs to nerf Symanti. He needs to nerf Obama.
I think of the
He needs to
thousands
nerf
of
Michael
healthcare
Jackson.
workers from around the world who volunteered to fight Ebola.
Obama's collaborating with
I
Mijiwan to
remember
make the
young
official
entrepreneurs I met who were
Obamatopia
now
mod.
starting new businesses in Cuba.
I'd play with an Obamatopia mod.
The
Yeah, that'd
parliamentarians who
be
used
pretty
to
cool.
be, just a few years ago, political prisoners in Myanmar. I think of the girls
Update your
who
game.
have braved taunts
Star Ruin.
or
Does that
violence
matter?
just to go to school. in
Nope, because our
Afghanistan.
turn's over.
And the university students who started programs online to reject the extremism of organizations like ISIL. I draw strength from the young Americans, entrepreneurs, activists, soldiers, new citizens.
Hello, Aiden. How are you?
Are remaking our nation.
Good to see everyone here on this fine Saturday.
Who are unconstrained
I think we lost this one, unfortunately.
by what is, but are instead ready to seize what ought to be. My own family is made up of the flesh and blood and traditions.
Obama, what are you talking
cultures and
about?
faiths from a lot
We
of
gotta move
different
our
parts of the world.
shaman.
Just as America has been built by immigrants from every shore. And in my own life, in this country, and as president, I have learned that our identities do not have to be defined by putting
That
someone
centipede's
else
dead.
down,
We have 43
but
stars.
can be enhanced by lifting somebody else up.
Surely there's something.
They don't have
But
to be
there's
defined
not.
in opposition to others, but rather by a belief
We've just
in
lost so
liberty
much
and
tempo.
equality and justice.
Jeez.
Fairness. And the embrace of
I'm
these
from
principles is
Azerbaijan.
universal
Polytopia is my favorite game.
doesn't
Azerbaijan,
weaken
that's
my
crazy.
particular pride,
Well, hello
my
from
particular
America.
love for America. It
Speak of
strengthens it.
America.
My
Obama.
belief that these ideals apply everywhere doesn't lessen my commitment to help those who look like me or pray as I do or pledge allegiance to my flag. But my faith in those principles does force me to expand my moral imagination and to recognize that I can best serve my own people. I can best look after my own daughters.
I don't think it's winnable, guys.
By making sure that my actions seek what is right for all people and all children and your daughters and your sons.
Just because we can't train enough units.
This is what I believe, that all of us can be co-workers with God. And our leadership and our governments
Obama's just so
and this
poetic
United
with it.
Nation
He's really poetic at
should reflect
screwing me
this irreducible
over in
truth.
Polytopia.
Thank you very much.
Oh, he's done. Well, hang on.
Mr. President,
We can siege.
Mr. Secretary General, fellow delegates,
Okay, this is like the last
ladies and
hurrah.
gentlemen.
If either of
As I
these...
address
No,
this
those don't
hall as
hold.
president for the
It's
final
lost.
time,
It's dead lost, boys.
let me recount
Yeah, because now Hexapod and... Yeah, oh, never mind.
These last
Centipede
8
just
years.
does it. Obama, stop for a second. We gotta resign. Something just clicked. Does Semanti not have farms? No, they have, it gets replaced by the fungi, right? Yeah. Crazy stuff. Okay. We're gonna keep going. Play a different vid. Well, I know this one works. I don't want to make sure, or I want to make sure that the one we're using is good. This is the UN, right? Yeah, this is his final speech to the United Nations. All right. We'll keep trying here. I think it's doable on 1 in 10, but oh boy, it's difficult. We just need to play faster. I'm spending too much time thinking. I need to just go with my gut intuition and just play the moves. I think if we can do that, we got a serious shot. We've already seen some like cracks in our opponents. Like it's definitely winnable. We just need to play better. One in 5 might be a nightmare. Yeah, if we win, we could try 1 in 5, but I don't think it's doable. Pray that they're playing Chinchi or something. Yeah. Haven't we played this guy? His name looks familiar. $515 points. Okay, it could be someone stream sniping me. They could be playing Chin-Chi. Let's get Obama going.
In the depths of the greatest financial crisis of our time, we coordinated our response
Okay,
to
play the
avoid
game.
further catastrophe and return the global
These
economy
forests are
to
kind of
growth.
annoying. We can't, like, boost our warrior through it.
We've taken away
We can go
terrorist safe
here.
havens, strengthened the non-proliferation regime,
Upgrade workshop. We need a warrior.
resolved the
Boost
Iranian
it.
nuclear issue through
Okay,
diplomacy.
so far so good.
We opened relations with Cuba. Helped
Gotta
Colombia
move this guy, train another one, boost it.
end Latin America's longest war.
Okay, next turn we'll move on to the village. We'll put this guy, I don't know, we just need to go for this fruit. That's it, 3 out of 3. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. You think a shaman's on that tile?
And promote models of development rather than dependence.
I don't know how much longer she'll be going for. It'll probably end in hour and 15 minutes, I don't know. I'm gonna do something crazy. I think a shaman almost has to be... Oh wait, that's right, he's Barter, not Simanti. Okay, whatever. We'll see what happens. We're detouring a little bit.
It has made a real difference in the lives.
Yeah, I just assumed that I was playing on, you know, small dry lands. The guy's gonna be playing Simanti, but no, we got a based Barter player here.
And yet, around the globe, we are seeing the same forces of global integration that have made us interdependent.
This doesn't work.
Also,
Simanti brain, yeah, really. Casually throwing.
Existing international order.
Because what happens is that, you know, I can kill the warrior and then... I mean, I can move my shaman closer.
Around the world,
Why don't we do this? And if he kills that... Obama tried to skip my turn. Killer Monument saved us. Okay, what if... Okay, turn got skipped. Well, I was going to get, like, Faichi or something crazy.
Entire communities. Across vast swaths of the Middle East, basic security, basic order has broken down.
Can the shaman heal others like mindbenders, or is it just boost? I think it should just boost. I mean, have this guy recover. Maybe this guy kills... this guy kills the 5 HP, maybe. What am I talking about? I need hexapods. Not Raichi. Or Faichi, I mean. That's fine. Our shaman's in an awkward spot. Like, it's quite vulnerable. What speech of Obama is this? This is some speech to the UN. I'm not really sure. I just kind of went on YouTube and typed in Obama speech. And this is one where you can see his hands, so. Why Obama, though? I don't know. The original idea is from Doug. He did a stream where he had Obama's hands controlling a computer on Mario Party. So I'm repurposing that idea to involve Polytopia, because it was a very funny idea, and also I figured out how to do it. So yeah,
governing becomes more difficult.
We might have to move our shaman.
Tensions between nations become more quick to surface.
Oh my gosh, that's a ton of units.
So I believe that at this moment,
all right, that's all we get to do.
We all face a choice. We can choose
well, now our shaman's dead.
With a better model of
yeah, okay. It's not winnable. Backend error. Unexpected server error. Are we, like, breaking Polytopia using the power of Obama? Delete these. I don't care about them. I'm just sad. All my losses. Good thing I don't care about my elo on this account. Does anybody know what elo I started today with? Because I'm currently at 1269. Nice. Try Simanti again. Maybe I don't throw this time, and that might go a little better. $1,300 something. That checks. I'd not start today with 1500. Maybe on my other account. What is your favorite game? Ooh. My favorite game? That carries a lot of weight. It might be Elden Ring. Elden Ring is such a good game. I like Fallout New Vegas a lot too. And Slay the Princess. That's more of a narrative game though. Not that that's like any less of a game.
Or we can retreat
Okay.
into a
Shaman
world
back,
sharply
warrior,
divided and ultimately in
fungi.
conflict
No. Shaman back, fungi.
along age-old lines
Then
of nation,
warrior,
tribe, and
boost.
race and religion.
Then we freestyle.
I
6,
wanna
7,
suggest to you
8,
today that
9. We can't get a
we must
shaman.
go
Not shaman.
forward
We can't get a
and
centipede
not
easily.
backward. I believe that as imperfect
Okay.
as they are, the principles of open markets and accountable governance,
Elden Ring best game.
of democracy
True.
and human rights and international law that we have forged remain the firmest foundation for human progress in this century. I make this argument not based on theory or ideology, but on facts. Facts that all too often we forget in the immediacy of current events. Here's the most important fact.
Favorite Elden Ring boss?
The integration of our global economy has
I
made
like
life better
Divine
for
Beast Dancing
billions
Lion,
of men,
just because
women,
the
and children.
soundtrack is really good.
Over the last
Favorite boss to
25
fight?
years, the
Probably
number of people
Godric.
living in extreme
I
poverty
just like
has
that
been
fight.
cut
I don't know
from
why.
nearly 40% of humanity
Still addicted
to
to cherry
under
coke.
10%.
No, I've moved
That's unprecedented.
V8 now.
And it's not an abstraction. It means children have enough to eat. Mothers don't die in childbirth. Meanwhile, cracking the genetic code promises to cure diseases that have plagued us for centuries.
Obama, can you cure skipping my turn,
The
please?
internet can deliver the entirety of human knowledge to a young girl in a remote village on a single handheld device. In medicine,
I don't want to buy
manufacturing,
Obama
and
oats.
education and
Random
communications,
Pokemon person.
we're experiencing a
I don't want
transformation of
Obama's
how human
oats.
beings live on a scale that recalls
Ah,
revolutions
is
in
this guy?
agriculture and industry. And as a result,
Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
a person born
All right,
today is
turn got
more
skipped.
likely to
Okay,
be
that's
healthy,
cool.
to live longer,
Thanks,
and have
Obama.
access to opportunity than at any time in human history.
Last time I drank V8 was literally like half a decade ago.
Moreover, the collapse of
You gotta get
colonialism and colonialism has allowed more people
the
than
black
ever
cherry
before
ones.
to
Those are
live
really
with
good.
freedom to choose their leaders.
And then today I got blueberry pomegranate. Also, this game's unwinnable.
Despite
Oh, he's playing a
real
Lyrion.
and troubling areas where freedom appears in retreat. The
Well,
fact
now it's
remains
like
that the number of democracies
super
around the world
unwinnable.
has nearly doubled in the last 25
Did I buy
years.
org? Sure. I mean,
In
it's
remote
gonna upgrade
corners
next turn,
of the
but
world,
I'd rather get the
citizens are
upgrade this
demanding
turn.
respect for the dignity of all people,
Then we can hexapod and
no
boost
matter
it.
their gender,
Never
or
mind.
race,
No
or
boost because
religion, or
Obama
disability,
skipped her turn.
or sexual
We
orientation.
can boost it next turn,
And
I guess.
those who deny others' dignity
I was at
are subject to
1350.
public reproach.
Dang.
An explosion of social media has given ordinary people more ways to express themselves and has raised people's expectations for those of us in power. Indeed, our international order has been so successful that we take it as a given that great powers no longer fight world wars. That the end of the Cold War lifted the shadow of nuclear Armageddon.
That's true, Obama.
That the battlefields of Europe have been replaced by peaceful union.
Okay, we...
That China and India
Was it
remain
even on Obama,
the path
or did China
of
sabotage
remarkable
us? What
growth.
happened?
I say all this not to whitewash the challenges we face or to suggest complacency.
I'm not using the promo code for
Rather,
Obama's
I believe
oaths.
that we need to acknowledge these achievements.
I don't
in
think
order
this
to
one's
summon the
winnable.
confidence to carry this progress
I'm
forward,
noticing a trend
and to make sure that we do
with
not
our games, which is
abandon
that they
those
seem
very
increasingly
things that have
unwinnable.
delivered this progress.
We gotta, like, find some villages.
In order to
Like
move
now.
forward, though,
There's
we do
one.
have to acknowledge that the existing path to global integration requires a course correction. Because too often those trumpeting the benefits of globalization have ignored inequality within and among nations.
Can you give me good tactics in Polytopia,
Have
please?
ignored
Yeah,
the
just
enduring appeal of
win the
ethnic
game.
and sectarian identities.
which I'm not good at following
and
my
left
own advice.
international institutions
You think
ill-equipped,
there's a unit near here?
underfunded, under-resourced
I mean,
in order to handle transnational
we don't even have
challenges.
hunting.
And as these real
All right, well,
problems
there's
have been
nothing else we
neglected,
can really do then, I
alternative
reckon.
visions of the world have pressed forward, both in the wealthiest
Maybe try
countries
1 in
and the
15 or 1 in
poorest.
12. Nah, we gotta stick 1 in 10.
Religious fundamentalism, the politics of ethnicity or tribe or sect, aggressive nationalism, a crude populism.
That's a level 3
sometimes
sanctuary.
from the far left, but more often from the far right, which seeks to restore what they believe was a better, simpler age, free
I'm gonna try and
of
get an explorer.
outside contamination.
Okay, it actually went, like, the right way. That's crazy.
We cannot dismiss
Oh,
these
that's a
visions.
lot of animals down there. Okay, we can't let them get to that part of the
They're
map
powerful.
where his eco is gonna skyrocket.
They reflect dissatisfaction among too many of our citizens.
Put our warrior here. Maybe we can...
I do
No, we
not
can't get him
believe
off the
those
road. Never mind.
visions can deliver security or prosperity over the long term.
Oh, dude, wait. This is so bad.
But I do believe that these visions fail
Okay.
to recognize at a very basic
So,
level our common humanity.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Moreover, I
11, 12,
believe that the
13,
acceleration of
14,
travel,
15,
technology,
16,
and
17.
telecommunications, together
What if you
with a
put
global
Obama on
economy
2
that
times
depends
speed?
on
That's
a
an
global
interesting
supply
idea,
chain,
actually.
makes itself
It would
defeating
make him move his
ultimately
hands more,
for those who seek to reverse this progress.
but it'd still be a 1 in
Today, a nation weighted by
10.
walls would only imprison
Hello, how's the
itself.
stream been today? It's been pretty good. I mean, frustrating at times because Obama's being a real
So the
jerk. This title is actually wild. I
cannot
mean,
be a simple
that's what it
rejection of
is.
global integration. Instead, we must work together to make sure the benefits of such
Go
integration
hunting
are
resources,
broadly
I
shared,
guess.
and that the disruptions, economic,
Kill the
political, and
Polytar. That
that are
shaman,
caused
the
by
Hexpot's gonna
integration
die.
are squarely addressed.
This guy's archery now too, so we gotta make sure that we stay off of the
Now, this is not the place for a detailed
forest
policy
with our
blueprint,
hexapods. We don't want
but
his
let me
warriors to land on
offer
them.
in broad strokes those areas where I believe we must do better together. It starts with making the global economy work better for all people and not just for those at the top. While open markets, capitalism,
Okay, so I'm getting out
have
ecoed.
raised
He's making more
standards of
units than
living
me,
around the globe,
and he's got more cities than me.
globalization combined with
And he took the city that was close to my capital, and the next closest one was 4 tiles away. So, is what it is.
In advanced economies like my own,
Look, if the
unions have been
title
undermined.
got me to drop my work to click, it's wild. See, it's a good title. Everybody's coming in here like, whoa, what's that title? That's what we're doing. I don't know what to tell you, man. That's what the stream is today. Maybe not, you know, what you're used to, but wow, we're dead.
In developing
It's not
countries,
winnable.
labor organizations have often been suppressed, and the growth of the middle class has
I
been
think
held
it's
back by
possible on 1 in 10.
and
We just
underinvestment.
need to get lucky, both in Polytopia and with the 1 in 10 hitting.
Policies pursued by governments with export-driven models
Could you threaten him with some units and make him back off? Not really, because we can only make 2 a turn. Can you make a guide on how to play Simanti? I really don't know how to play Simanti. I mean, I have, like, general ideas, like, go for Centipede early, if you have it, expand, and then defend until you're ready to attack, basically. It's kind of like any other tribe, other than the whole Centipede part. And boost, I mean, I guess that's not true. You want to play aggro when you can do something with it. Don't just play aggro to play aggro. Do we just play this guy? Or is this... oh, I hit decline on accident. I thought that was going to say back so that I could... I didn't mean to decline that game. I just wanted to check if it was the same guy. Maybe we hit him again. No, he's gone. Okay. Do I like Scrabble? I mean, it's fine, I guess. The only general idea I'm having right now is why roosters start their day screaming. This is painful to watch. Yeah. I just saw the Wenger video. Did you manage to get your Polytopia Mega Gamer powers back? I'm still quite washed, but I do feel like I'm kind of getting back into the swing of things a little bit. It's interesting playing with Obama because he's forcing me to think much faster. Play as Barter. I want to see Boris. Maybe we do a Barter game. This guy has 1161 elo.
Nearly
We
$8
could
trillion
win.
Stashed away in tax havens. And a shadow
That doesn't count. Okay, no, we're not doing that. No, no, no. No, no. That doesn't count. Who's Boris? You gotta watch the last video I did. Do not start celebrating. No. That's not good in my book. We gotta try a little harder than that. Challenge beaten. No. No. Firehead 9870. Is this the same Firehead that's in chat?
A world in which 1% of humanity controls as much wealth as the other 99% will never be stable.
Okay, we barely got the fun guy in before our turn got skipped.
I understand that the gaps between rich and poor are not
Da, Obama.
But just as the child in a slum today can see the skyscraper nearby.
Win is not a win.
Technology now allows any person with a smartphone to see how the most privileged among us
Thoughts on the recent SCOTUS ruling? We are not getting political here.
And others. Expectations rise.
So your name is JoJo. Do you watch the anime? I've seen a couple seasons of it, and then I kind of quit watching it.
People's faith in the system. So how do we fix this imbalance? We cannot unwind integration any more than we can stuff technology back into a box.
Obama, what are you talking about? Stuff technology back in a box? No, we need the technology to win.
If we start resorting
I don't know what
to trade
technology.
wars, market distorting subsidies, beggar thy neighbor policies,
1, 2,
an
3,
over-reliance on natural
4.
resources instead of innovation, these approaches will make us poor collectively, and they are more likely
I did,
to
but
lead
I'm
to
afraid I
poverty.
don't get it. Interesting.
And the stark contrast between, say, the success of
We
Republic
can
of Korea
get our lighthouse.
and
Does
the
that do anything?
wasteland
I
of
don't
North Korea
think it does. Oh,
shows
ruin.
that
Okay.
central planned
Let's maybe go for
control of the
writing
economy
here.
is a dead end.
Change things up a little bit here.
But I do believe there's another path.
May
one that
Boris
fuels
be with
growth
you.
And innovation and offers the clearest route to individual opportunity and national success. It does not require succumbing to a soulless capitalism that benefits only the few, but rather recognizes that economies are more successful when we close the gap between rich and poor, and growth is broadly based. And that means respecting the rights of
Org, I
workers
guess?
so they can organize into independent unions.
He just said organize. Okay, we might be on the right track here.
It means investing in our people, their skills, their education, their capacity to take an idea and turn it into a business.
Is the Simanti animal a sheep?
It
I
means
think it's a
strengthening
little, like,
the safety net that protects
bug
our people
guy.
from hardship and allows them to take more risks, to look for a
Boris
new job
doesn't
and
have
start a
hands.
new
Perfect Obama counter. Okay, Explorer Ruin. Could be
These are the
good. Might meet our
policies that I
opponent. Did
pursued
find
here in
another
the United
ruin.
States,
Oh, they're playing
and
Zabasi.
with clear results.
Got a lighthouse out of it.
American businesses have created now
So that
50
does nothing
million new
for
jobs.
us.
After the
Just
recession,
keep.
the top
I mean, we can
1% of
maybe.
Americans
We can
were
maybe get
capturing
that.
more than 90% of income growth. But today that's
I'm
down to
going
about half.
to. Obama's trying to skip my turn.
Last year, poverty in this country
Do we
fell at
border
the
growth?
fastest rate in nearly 50 years.
Or we take pop growth and go for roads. Pop growth
And
roads
with
might be
further
better.
investment in infrastructure and early childhood education and basic research, I'm confident that such progress will continue. So just as I've pursued these measures here at home, so has the United States worked with many nations
Grub. Yeah, it's Grub.
to curb the excesses of
Little Grub
capital,
guy.
not to punish wealth, but to prevent repeated crises that can destroy it.
Oof. We're in second place.
That's
Like,
why we've worked
why?
with other nations to create higher and clear standards for banking and taxation. Because
Yeah, look,
a
the
society
idea
that
is inspired by
asks
Doug
less
Doug,
of
but
oligarchs and more of their
we're
citizens will rot from within.
modifying it to
That's
use
why
it in
we push for
Polytopia.
transparency and cooperation and
To be clear, I
rooting
still
out
had to
corruption,
write the code myself. Like, it wasn't easy.
tracking illicit dollars.
Take hunting, I guess.
Because
I know I said I was
markets
going to get
create more
roads.
jobs
Oh,
when they're created
nah,
by
and turn's gone.
hard work
Okay.
and not the capacity to extorted a bribe. That's why we've worked to reach trade agreements that
Is there a way to
raise
open
labor
YouTube chat and
standards
get full screen
raise
like on
environmental
Twitch?
standards.
I'm not
We've
sure.
done with the Trans-Pacific Partnership so that the benefits are more broadly shared.
Hey man, first time seeing you live. Good to have you here. Welcome to the stream.
And just as we benefit by combating inequality with other
We
countries,
are
I believe
playing
advanced
Polytopia,
economies
and
still need
I'm
to
about
do
to rip
more
my hair out.
close the gap between rich and poor nations around the globe.
Obama's making it very difficult to win the
This is
game.
difficult politically.
Yeah, difficult.
It's difficult to spend
Very difficult.
on foreign assistance.
To win Polytopia.
But I do not believe this is charity.
I don't believe this is charity either, Obama, but
For the
I gotta
small
win the game
fraction
somehow.
Of what we spent at war
I'm gonna
in
take an
Iraq,
explorer here. We should meet our
support
opponent.
institutions So that fragile states don't collapse in the first
Why are we looking
place.
at Iraq?
And
Okay,
invest
well
in
that
emerging
city's just
economies
getting
to become
sieged, huh?
markets for our goods.
Oh my gosh! Talk about units.
It's not just the right thing to do, it's the smart thing to do.
Smart thing to do is to win the game.
And that's why we need to follow through.
That's
on
why we need to
efforts
win.
combat climate change.
I don't have forestry. Why did I think I had
If we
forestry?
don't act boldly, the bill that could come due will be mass migrations and cities submerged and nations displaced and food supplies.
Obama, you're
and conflicts
submerging
torn
me
to the
under this victory. I'm not gonna be able to reach
Paris
it.
Agreement gives us a framework to act, but only if we
With
scale
Trump,
up
you'd
our
be winning
ambition, and
bigly.
there
Yeah,
must be
maybe.
a sense of urgency about bringing
Do you
the
do
agreement
music
into force
professionally? I make
and help
instrumentals on the
poor countries
side.
leapfrog destructive forms of energy.
Nothing professional.
So for
Have
the
you considered
locust
playing
conference,
Aquarian on Waterworld?
Green
Must
Climate
let
Fund
punishing
should
if you get
only
your
be
turn
the
skipped.
beginning. We
That's
need
an
to invest
interesting
in
idea,
research
Justini.
and provide market incentives to develop new technologies
I
that will
don't
make this
know how to
technology
play New
accessible
Aquarion,
and affordable for poorer countries.
but I mean, it's worth a
Only then
shot
can we
based on what's
continue
happening on
lifting
screen.
all people up from poverty without condemning our children to a planet beyond their capacity to repair.
If this guy spams
So,
riders, though, we might just be able
We
to
need new models
play
for the global
defense.
marketplace.
Never mind, turns
Models that
skipped.
are inclusive and sustainable.
Oh,
And in the
yeah,
same way, we need models of
1 in 10 might
governance
be too much.
that are inclusive and accountable to ordinary people. I recognize not every country in this hall.
Aquarion on
is going to
Waterworld is
follow
just
the
rush
same
marine life and
follow
riding collect
governance.
maroons
I do
win.
not think that America can
Oh
or
yeah, I
should
guess because
impose
their
our
ruins just give
system
them
of government
cities.
on other countries. But there appears to be a growing
All right, let's
contest
give it a
between
crack.
authoritarianism and liberalism right now.
Why not? We're not winning this game.
And I want everybody to understand, I am
Well,
not neutral in that
no,
contest.
no, we're
I
not.
believe in a liberal political order. An order built not
Stop, Obama. Chill out for a second. All right, per Justini's advice, we're going to try Aquarion on Waterworld. I still think we do a small map, maybe. But like anybody else who's playing this map type is probably going to also be playing Aquarion. Or, Polaris, maybe? GG, Firehead. GG, man. It was looking like I maybe had plays, and then Obama came in, and, well, the rest is history.
just through elections and representative
Okay,
government. but
this
also
guy
through
keeps
respect for
leaving. Okay, here's a... Nope. Okay, Dragon's back. Sorry for skipping your last game. I didn't mean to do that. Guys, who's Brub? Is your account name a reference to Arctic Monkeys? No. It's named after the Goldbranson
rights
Piano Company.
and civil society and independent
All right. Well,
the
I
rule
guess
of
we're
law.
playing Single Mermaid opening. Got construction
I know that
maroon for
some
turn
countries
7.
which now
Oh,
recognize
yeah,
the
that's
power of
just
free
kind of rough,
markets
but
still
is
reject
what it
the
is.
model of free societies.
The Grub sleeper agent. New sleeper agent lore?
Perhaps
Grub?
those of us who have been promoting democracy feel somewhat
Okay,
discouraged
we
since the end
need
of the Cold War,
fishing.
because
I
we've
mean, we don't
learned
need
that
it. Whoa, what happened there? I don't know.
liberal democracy will not just wash across the
Fishing
globe in a single
into
wave.
marine life.
It turns
Pick
out
up
building
all the
accountable
ruins. Win the game.
institutions is hard work, the work of generations.
Okay.
The gains are often fragile. Sometimes we take one step forward and then two steps back. In countries held
Turtle's
together by
looking a bit
borders drawn
suspicious now.
by colonial powers, with ethnic enclaves and tribal
All right, well,
divisions.
that turn is over.
Politics and elections can sometimes
There is more
appear to be
land
a
here.
zero-sum game. And so, given the difficulty in forging true democracy in the face of these pressures, it's no surprise
Okay,
that
take
some
marine
argue
life.
the
I mean, I
future
know I don't
favors the
need it
strong
this
man
turn. I think
A
we just
top-down
get another
model.
mermaid.
rather than strong democratic institutions.
What's your favorite song from
But I
Arctic
believe this
Monkeys?
thinking is wrong.
You're not talking to me, are you? You're talking to
I
someone
believe
else.
the road of true democracy remains the better path. I believe that in the 21st century, economies
Oh, jeez.
can
Well,
only
I
grow
mean,
to
maybe
a
there's
certain
a
point
village up there or something. We gotta find the
until they
ruins, though,
need
right?
to open up because entrepreneurs need to access information.
Because
in order
Aquarion's
to
ruins give you the
Young people
deep
need a
ocean
global
cities or
education
whatever.
in order to thrive. Independent media needs to check the abuses of power. Without this evolution, ultimately expectations of people will not be met.
Okay, ruin.
Suppression
Let's
and
maybe take
stagnation will set in.
writing and then
And
capture
history
this.
shows that
Cool.
strong men are then left with two paths,
Okay, what's our opponent playing? They have more
Permanent
points than
crackdown?
us.
which sparks strife at home,
Also, this city has 5 fish. That's kind
or
of sweet.
scapegoating enemies abroad, which can lead to war.
Maybe I should have just captured that and gotten a workshop. What's your favorite
Now,
band?
I will admit, my
I
belief
like, right now,
that governments serve the individual and not
probably
the other
21
way around
Pilots, my favorite.
is shaped by American
But I also
story.
listen to like a lot of video game music too. So like that's not really a
Our nation
band
began
per se.
with a promise of freedom that applied only to the few.
We just got
because of our
shot. Let's
democratic
upgrade Explorer
constitution,
maybe.
because of our
Oh, yeah,
Bill of
Kiku.
Rights, because of our ideals.
Okay.
Ordinary people were able to organize and march and protest, and ultimately,
With Org we can get
those
an upgrade
ideals won out.
in our capital.
Opened
Let's
doors
hit
for
the
women
raft
and
and
minorities
take
and
another
workers in ways that
mermaid and get an amphibian.
Made our economy more productive and turned our diversity into a strength. That gave innovators the chance
Do
to
the deep ocean
transform
cities have a
every
boost?
area of human
I
endeavor.
don't really think they have a
That made it
boost
possible
per
for someone
se. It's
like
just
me
like another spot where
be
we can
elected
train
president of
units
the
from,
United
so it's good, especially on like smaller maps like this where there already isn't
So
a lot of
yes,
villages.
My views
Current
are
sleeper
shaped
agent
by
list
the
is Brub,
specific
Cymanti, Boris
experiences of
Barter, and
America, but I
Bertle
do not
Aquarion.
believe this story is
Sleeper
unique to
agents
America.
everywhere, man.
Look at the
Is Obama a
transformation
sleeper
that's
agent?
taken place in countries as different as Japan and Chile,
He's
Indonesia,
currently residing in Japan.
Botswana.
Okay, Lost City. Oh, it's got an animation now?
The
Wait, that's
countries that
sick.
have succeeded
That's new.
are ones in
That
which
was freaking awesome. Holy cow, Midgey1, look at you
feel they have
go.
a stake.
Casually dropping in
Europe,
bangers.
The progress of those countries in the former Soviet bloc
Okay, that's fine.
stand in clear contrast to those that did not. After all, the people of Ukraine did not take to the streets because of some plot imposed from abroad.
That's
they
true.
took to the streets because their leadership was for sale,
That's true.
and they had no recourse.
True.
They demanded change because they saw life get better for people in the Baltics and in Poland.
Obama's
Societies
spitting
that
straight
were more
facts right now.
liberal and democratic and open than their own.
Favorite video game OST? Oh, there's so many.
So those of us who believe in democracy,
Elden Ring's really
You
good.
need to
So is
speak up
Undertale Deltarune. And like Super Mario Galaxy.
because
Terraria's is pretty
history, I believe, are
good.
on our side.
Especially the Calamity OST.
That doesn't mean democracies are without
Banger.
flaws. It does mean that the cure for what ails our democracies is greater
We'll do another
engagement by
Minecraft
our
series.
citizens, not
Maybe
less.
at some point. I have a
Yes,
lot
in
of
America,
plans
there
right
is
now,
too much money
so
in politics.
I'm trying to make
Too
those
much
come into
entrenched
fruition. Right now, my plan is
too little
win this
participation by
game.
citizens,
Did I get a
in
shark?
part because of a
Sure.
patchwork of laws that makes it harder to vote.
We can get this ruined. That'll give us another
In
city.
Europe, a well-intentioned Brussels
I'm guessing
often
there's
became too
another city
isolated
up
from
here.
the
I mean, there's almost
normal
has to
push
be.
and pull of national politics. Too often in capitals, decision
Rammers?
makers have
Ooh.
forgotten that democracy needs
Okay.
to be driven by civic engagement from the bottom up.
We could
not
go for the yelly
governance by
bellies.
experts from the top down. And so these are real problems. And as leaders of democratic governments make the case for democracy abroad, we better strive harder to set a better example at home.
Let's see what's going on over here. Oh, there's a rammer up here.
Moreover, every
There's no
country
city
will
up here.
organize its government informed by centuries of history and the
Fascinating.
circumstances of geography and the deeply held beliefs of its people. So I recognize a traditional
Oh,
society
no.
of unity and cohesion more than
Obama has
a diverse
struck.
country like my own, which was founded upon what at the time was
Oh
a
yeah,
laboratory
Pokemon Black and White. Pokemon in
idea
general, very
of the
good.
liberty of individual
Music.
human beings, endowed with certain God-given rights. But that does not mean
Oh,
that
we're gonna lose that.
ordinary
Oh, that's
people
so
in
bad.
Asia
Well, I guess we can
or
unsiege.
Africa or the Middle East somehow prefer arbitrary rule that denies them
I mean,
voice
jellies might
over
honestly be a
decisions that
play
save
because
their
they can get
lives.
value even whenever our turn gets skipped.
I
Okay, we
believe that
have
spirit
to
is
unsiege
universal.
this, and we have to train
And if
units
any of you doubt
now.
the universality of that desire, listen
Okay,
to the
crisis
voices of young
averted.
people everywhere
11 stars
call
left.
out
I
for freedom and
should have
dignity
taken org before doing
the
anything.
opportunity
I'm
to
gonna take
control
another explorer. Maybe that's
their
greedy,
own lives.
but I just want full vision on what's going on here. Okay, he literally has 2 cities. This is
This
so
leads me to
winnable.
the third thing we need to do. We must reject any forms of fundamentalism.
Why not get sharks? They're so expensive. I mean, 8 stars for a 10 health unit. But I will start training more now that we know our opponent only has 2 cities.
A belief in ethnic superiority that makes our traditional identities irreconcilable with modernity. Instead,
Whoa,
we need to
why is this
embrace
guy
the
over here?
tolerance that results from respect of all
That
human
don't kill, man. That doesn't kill.
That's a truism
Is he going
that
for
global
navigation?
integration has
Because
led
this
to a
guy's sitting on the
collision of
starfish
cultures.
right now. That might be what he's
Trade,
cooking.
migration, the internet, all these things can challenge
Maybe we
and
go
unsettle
for
our
it.
most cherished identities.
No! Obama!
We see liberal societies
Oh, that's
express
so
opposition
bad.
when women choose to cover themselves. We see
And yeah, he has
protests
navigation too.
responding to Western newspaper
France, this
coverage
is all
of
your
caricature of
fault.
the Prophet Muhammad. In a world that left the age of empire behind, we see Russia attempting to recover
Dude, that's
lost
so sad.
glory
It's not lost, but
through force.
oh, it's a
Asian
little more
powers
tricky now.
fight competing claims,
At least we have a bunch of stars like banked up.
and in Europe and the United States, you see people wrestle with concerns about immigration and changing
I'm trying to think what we
demographics,
need to do first.
and suggesting that somehow
Gotta take out the
people who look
rammer or something.
different are corrupting the character of our countries. Now,
Doesn't
there's no
kill.
easy answer for
Bruh.
resolving all these.
Okay, I
social
need
forces.
units. I need units. I need units. I need
And
units.
we must respect the meaning that people draw from their own traditions, from their religion, from their ethnicity,
Oh, Obama.
from their sense of nationhood.
It's winnable.
But I do not believe progress is possible if our desire to preserve our identities gives way to an impulse to dehumanize or dominate another group. If our religion
He just
leads
spent
us
a
to
ton of stars
persecute
on
those of
navigation,
another faith,
but he got some starfish out of
if
it.
we jail or
He's
beat
landing a
people
siege.
who are gay,
As long as I have time to kill the unit, we're
our
okay.
traditions lead us
Oh,
to
he's got
prevent
strategy
girls from
too?
going to
Okay,
school,
honestly, that's
if we discriminate
fine.
on the basis of race or tribe or ethnicity,
Does that
then
do...
the fragile
Let's leave it on
bonds
6, that's
of
fine.
civilization will fray. The world is too small. We are too
Let me play, let me play.
packed together
Okay.
for us to be able
We need
to
to block this
resort
port.
to those
Promote,
old
sure,
ways
I
of
don't know.
thinking.
These have surprise. We can hit. No
We
repercussions.
see this mindset in too many parts of the Middle
Okay.
East.
That was a good turn.
There, so much of the collapse in order has been fueled because leaders sought legitimacy not because of policies or
got a bomber.
programs, but by resorting to
Can we see... I think we can siege
persecuting
with our
political opposition or demonizing
veteran
religious sects,
amphibian. Well, I mean, the bomber will hit, and
by
then...
narrowing the public space to a mosque where in too many places perversions of
Oh, we're sieging with a shark, I guess.
a great faith were tolerated.
Shoot. What do I do now?
These forces built up
There's
for
a
years
scout somewhere down here. I know there is.
and are now at work helping to fuel both Syria's
recover?
tragic
I don't
civil
know,
war
man.
and the mindless
Maybe we go
greed and
for-
menace of ISIL. The mindset
Looking
of
for
sectarianism
aquaculture.
and extremism and
Just
bloodletting
get another
and
shark, I
retribution
guess. We need to pull this guy
that has
back,
been taking place will not be
technically.
quickly reversed.
He's gonna go for that starfish.
And if we are honest, we understand that no external
unit
power
capped here.
is going to be able to force different religious communities or ethnic communities
Does
to
the bomber
coexist
one-shot a
for long.
shark? Not quite.
But I do
Still need a
believe
scout.
we have to be honest
Which you can
about
get.
the nature of these conflicts. And our international
And then we
community
can
must
hit
continue
his
to work with those
scout
who
with
seek
our
to build
shark,
rather than to
and maybe
destroy.
siege again with our veteran amphibian, and
And there
that
is a military
should
component to that. It
work.
means being united and relentless in destroying networks like ISIL, which show no respect for human life. But it also means
I
that
think we get
a
the
place
city.
like Syria, where there is no
Well,
ultimate
does the
military
shark?
victory to be won,
I guess it won't one-shot,
we're
will
gonna
it?
have to pursue the hard work of diplomacy
Oh,
that aims
well,
to stop
the scout
violence
that's down here. That's right.
and deliver
Okay.
aid to those in need.
We are
And support
gonna.
those who
Oh, we didn't
pursue
train
a political
anything.
settlement
I
and
mean,
can see
still
those
works.
who are not like themselves as worthy
Can we kill the rammer?
of dignity and respect.
Yes. Oh, killer monument.
Across the region's
Sure, put it here.
conflicts,
I don't want to be pop
we have
capped here
to
anymore.
insist that all parties recognize a common
Get another
humanity,
shark, I guess. We can't afford it.
that nations end proxy wars that fuel disorder. Because until basic questions are answered
I'll
about
keep him
how
on in case we go for nav.
coexist, the embers of extremism will continue to burn. Countless human beings will suffer.
I think
most
that
of
does
all in
kill.
that region.
Oh man.
But
Okay.
extremism will continue to be
But
exported
we
overseas.
win
And the world is too
something
small
out of
for
that?
us to
No.
simply be able to build a wall and prevent it from affecting our own societies.
I don't want to
And
keep
what is true in the Middle East
sieging
is true for all of us.
with 8 cost units. That's
Surely
too
religious
expensive.
traditions can be honored and upheld
It's
while
not
teaching
feasible.
young people science and math rather than intolerance.
Do I go for archery?
Surely we can sustain our unique traditions.
Not
while
yet.
giving women their full and rightful role
Oh,
in the
veteran?
politics
Yeah,
and economics
please.
of a nation.
I mean,
Surely
you can
we
shoot it with the
rally our
bomber, but
nations to
then, I mean,
solidarity, while recognizing
we can...
equal
I've not
treatment
been looking
for
at chat
all
at all. By the way, I've
communities,
just been in
whether
the
it's a
zone. What is
religious
going on in
minority
chat?
in Myanmar,
Obama's so lustrous
ethnic
with it. So
minority in
true,
Burundi,
man.
or a racial minority right here in the United States.
Can you imagine Obama scrolling to see reactions to his speech and finds this? We
Israelis
cook.
and
No, no, no.
Palestinians
He'll like it.
We'll be better off if Palestinians reject incitement and recognize the legitimacy of Israel. But Israel recognizes that it cannot permanently occupy.
I'm
and
typing up a
settle
great comment in
Palestinian
Google
land.
Doc. What does that mean? Get aquaculture? I don't... Yeah, the farms would be
We
nice.
all
What do the
have
tolls
to do
do?
better
Oh, wait, waterways. The
leaders.
bubbles. What do the bubbles do?
in tamping down rather than encouraging
I can't think right now.
a notion of identity that leads us to
Okay, but
diminish
this guy's got to make some tough decisions here, because we're about to hit this and this, unless he moves it or
This
something.
leads me to the fourth and final thing we need to do, and that is sustain
No,
our
they're
commitment
getting
to
hit.
international
I think we're
cooperation
sieging the city next turn.
rooted in the rights and responsibilities of nations. As President of the United States, I know
we have
that
anything
for
with, like,
most of human
2 out of
history,
3 by
power has
chance?
not
No.
been unipolar. And the end of the Cold War may have led too many to forget this truth.
Nah, man,
I've
that ain't
noticed
enough.
as
You're getting hit.
president that at times both
You're getting hit, bro.
America's adversaries and some of our allies believe that all problems were either caused
Obama, do
by
not skip right
Washington
now.
or could be solved by Washington. And perhaps too many in Washington believe
Okay,
that as well.
that wasn't bad. That was pretty good.
But I believe America has been a rare superpower in human history.
That's true, Obama. You're right.
Insofar
I
as
also
it
believe
has
this
been
game's
willing to
winnable.
think
We just need to do
beyond
better.
narrow
Good
sight.
Obama RNG. Yeah, honestly, Doomslime, you're right.
That while we've made our share of
Obama's
mistakes
been
over these last 25
rather passive this game. I mean, he's screwed us a couple times, but
we have strived.
just like
Sometimes
Justini
at
said,
great sacrifice, to
uh,
align
ooh,
better our actions with our ideals.
that's fine.
And as a consequence, I believe we have been a force for good. We have secured allies. We've acted to protect the vulnerable. We've supported human rights.
We just need good Obama
and welcomed
RNG.
scrutiny of our own actions. We've bound our
We have to
power
unsiege
international
this.
laws and institutions. When we've made mistakes, we've tried to acknowledge them.
Shark.
We have worked to
Let's
roll
find the
back
lighthouse
poverty and
here.
hunger and disease beyond
Upgrade our capital,
borders,
maybe.
not just within our borders.
Sure.
I'm proud of that.
Still unit capped here. I'm proud too, Obama.
But I also
And the turn.
know that we can't do this alone.
How's it going? Stressful. Oh yeah, I guess we
And I
got
believe
Bertle
that
too.
if we're to meet the challenges of this century, we are all going to have to do more to build up international capacity. We cannot escape
So this stream end when you win once more. I think if we win this, I'm gonna call it here. This one has been, it's been a good stream, but oh, it hurts the brain a little bit.
When Iran
Very fast paced.
to accept constraints on its nuclear
By
program,
design.
that enhances global security and enhances
What on earth is the stream idea? I don't know, man. Look,
to work with other
it works.
On the other hand, when North Korea tests a bomb, that endangers all of us.
Good stream, good YouTuber. Thank
Any
you.
country that breaks this
It's been one of the
basic
streams of all
must face
time, yeah.
consequences. And those
This shark is at
nations
2 out of
with
3
these
kills. We can
weapons,
siege with a
like the
veteran
United
shark.
States, have a unique
I mean, really, it doesn't matter what we
responsibility
siege
to
with
pursue
because
the
there's
path
no
of
units
reducing
that can
our stockpiles
unsiege, so.
and reaffirming basic norms like the commitment to never
Okay,
test them again.
let's see what we got here.
We can't combat a disease like Zika.
These are
that
both at 2 out of 3.
recognizes no borders.
Fascinating.
Mosquitoes don't respect walls.
Mosquitoes do not respect
Unless
walls, guys.
we make permanent the same urgency that we brought to bear against Ebola by strengthening our own systems of public health, by investing in cures and rolling back the root causes of disease. And
No way he
helping
gets a
poorer
giant.
countries develop a public health infrastructure. We can only eliminate extreme poverty if the sustainable development
I mean, we can
goals
siege that, promote.
that we have set are more than words on
We can
paper.
block the forest, but then he puts a port
Human
here.
ingenuity now gives us the
Unless
capacity to
we.
feed the hungry and give all of
No,
our children,
Obama.
including our girls,
I was gonna say we can
education
siege
is the
this city,
foundation for opportunity
and then we kill his eco for a turn. But
we have
Obama
to
had other
put our
ideas.
money where our mouths are.
Obama endorses resources over city walls. That's true.
And we can only realize the promise of this institution's founding to replace the ravages of war with cooperation if powerful nations like my own accept
Gully, when the
constraints.
video ends, I'm going to paste in my comment from a Google Doc. It's a very useful,
Sometimes
informative
I'm
comment.
criticized
Please
in
don't
my
be
own
slurs.
country
Yeah, to be clear,
for professing a
no
belief
slurs in chat, no
in
politics,
international
none of that.
norms and multilateral institutions, but I am convinced that in the long run, giving up
Oh, wait,
some freedom of
waiting.
action, not giving up our ability to protect ourselves or pursue our core interests,
Yes!
but binding ourselves
Oh, we
to
did it.
international rules.
And all it took
Over the
was
long term
playing a
enhances our security.
stupid Waterworlds map.
And I think that's not just true for us.
Okay, Obama, stop talking, please. Oh, man. Now do 1 in 5. No, absolutely not. Maybe in another stream. Not today, though. That was a game. What's your town hall level on Clash of Clans? I think I peaked town hall 10. Yeah, okay. We are gonna wrap up stream here. This was a pretty good stream. Look, pretty cool idea. Obama's hands can skip the turn. I thought it was a lot of fun. What did you guys think? I'll probably make it into a video. But yeah, next week, I don't know what I'm streaming next week. Next week could be like could be a different game. We could be doing Elden Ring Randomizer or Terraria Permadeath or something like that. Part of me also wants to do stream ends when I win with Polaris on dry lands. I think that would also be a lot of fun. And then I also have another coding project that I'm working on, which could be interesting. I don't know. I need to keep developing it a little bit. But yeah, what'd you think of this idea? Inspired by Doug. He did something where he had Obama's hands controlling a character on Mario Party. So yeah. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. Glad you guys enjoyed. And hope you all have a good rest of your weekend.